down. I turned that up. I didn't know where that music was coming from. All right. Shout out to you guys. It is Friday night, drink in hand. You are watching Andrea and Andrea's Love Crossing Borders. We got a great show tonight. Yeah, my man almost got drugged, kidnapped. He almost came up DOA. We're going to watch a reaction video once again from our dude straight from the UK, out of the way, from around the way in the UK. Our man Obi Land. Shout out to all that he does in regards to making sure that guys have enough information and enough insight to be wise when it comes to being here in Colombia. But before we get started, you guys already know. I was wondering where the other music comes from. Now I see. You guys already know shout outs are going out. Shout outs are going out. And shout outs are sponsored today by none other than our sponsor, who always sponsor the shout out section of Friday Night Drink in Hand, who's always sponsoring the drinks, the Passport Bros app.
Hey, Globetrotters, are you ready to elevate your travel game and make every trip unforgettable? Get ready to revolutionize your adventures with Passport Bros app, your ticket to turning passion into profit. With Passport Bros, your travel videos and posts aren't just memories, they're money makers. Share your awe-inspiring experiences with the world and watch your bank account grow with every click. But wait, there's more. Connect with a vibrant community of fellow explorers, where camaraderie knows no borders. Exchange insider tips, forge lasting friendships, and create memories that last a lifetime. And that's not all. Gain access to exclusive discounts on accommodations, from cozy boutique hotels to luxurious resorts, ensuring you can travel in style without breaking the bank. So why settle for ordinary when you can experience the extraordinary? Join the Passport Bros app today and unlock a world of adventure, connection, and endless possibilities. Download the app now and let the journey of a lifetime begin.
Download now on the App Store and Google Play.
Shout out to all the guys who have already been a part of the Passport Bro app. Shout out to you guys for being here. Shout out also to my man Black Nubian in the building. Shout out to you, brother, right out the gate. You Canadian boys.
He said, oh, Canada.
Canadian boys are in the building, ladies and gentlemen. They're here right now. Shout out to you guys. Also, don't have me drinking alone. Let me know what you guys are drinking tonight. Let me know what you guys are drinking. Oh, yeah. We're gonna have fun with this episode. Also, shout out to my man Tevin King with the $10 short for the love of the game. Shout out to you, brother. He said, hey, Uncle Andre, he said, I'm going to be in and out for 90 minutes. I'm still in Theo Wolf's class. Shout out to all you guys that are out there taking Theo's classes. I'm telling you now, Theo, you know, he's already announced that he's on his way to Japan. For all you guys that are playing around and not taking advantage of Theo's classes. All right. I'm telling y'all now. It's okay.
I'm not black, I'm OJ.
That's y'all. Okay. Y'all think Theo playing. Y'all better take advantage of those IT classes while you can, because I'm telling you, it ain't gonna always be forever. Shout out once again to my man Dave in the building representing. Shout out to you. He's drinking agua tonight. We got my man Love W in here in the building. He's drinking that Topa. He said Topa Chico sparkling water on deck. Yes, sir. I ain't mad at you, brother. Baby boy. Oh, here we go. Let me scroll up to the top for some of you top guys. Timothy was here. Avengers Assemble in the building. Shout out to you. And make sure that you guys click that link at the top if you guys want to join our membership, our YouTube membership, or you guys just want to join the Passport Bros app. Take advantage of it, guys. I'm telling you, Take full advantage of it. Shout out to man LJ in the building, the Southern Vegan. Always representing. Shout out to you being here, guys.
You better back the fuck up out my face, goddammit. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. Don't play with me.
Yeah, I hit the wrong one, but that was the right one for me. Shout out to you. Let's go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Love W is in the building. Shout out to you, brother. Like, subscribe, and share. Guys, make sure you click that like button. We got 34 people in the building. We already know if we click that like button,
Oprah coming next. Once I establish this as a place of truth, oh yeah.
Oprah coming next. If we click that like button, Oprah's going to show up. Shout out to my man, Mr. Darkus. The navigators in the building. Let's go. We got another good video for you guys, just like we had one last week with the guys, with the young lady that was being scoped with me. Once again, this is another Obi-Land exclusive. These guys do some great works on the videos. This time he does an interview where a guy walks through his whole story of what the hell happened while he was in Medellin, Colombia, and he knew better. Tonight's topic is all about we are doing things, gentlemen, and we know better. When you know better, you're supposed to what? Do better. But in many cases, guys come down here and they have been down here for a long time and they get comfortable and they know better. And what ends up happening? They get got. Hope you guys like the wonderful painting that Andrea did back in the day. She did this last summer when she was taking some painting classes, because she's always taking different type of classes. Shout out to her. My man got the smoothie in hand. In hand. Shout out to my man Style King in the building. He said, what's good? Let's go. He said, I got the he said, he's just basically saying, let's go. Let's scroll down, showing some love to you brothers as you guys come in. Shout out to my man once again, Timothy Bright in the building. He's rocking the Dr. Pepper. Man, I haven't had a Dr. Pepper in a hot minute. We got the Don Julio. Yes, sir. Can't go wrong with the Don Julio. Tone is in the building. Protein shaking it up for us tonight. Shout out. Somebody's got to do the protein shakes and the smoothies. Why not my man Tone in the building? Shout out to you, Tone. Shout out to Tone in the building. Also, let's scroll down a little further. So it looks like we got everybody. We'll give everybody a few more minutes to get in here. And once we hit 40 people in here, we're going to start the video. Like I said, once again, this is one of those videos where that is a Obi-Land video. Obi-Land are the brothers that have been doing the documentaries on the guys that's been getting drugged all throughout Colombia. And they've been trying to help these guys out, keep these guys out of trouble. But there are times when we just hard-headed and we don't want to listen. And like I always mention is this, and I mean this in all sincerity, a lot of times we stay in trouble as men because not only because we don't want to listen, but because we think we already know. We don't listen because we think we already know. The easiest victims right now here in Colombia are not just the guys getting off the planes. The easiest victims for them to drug now are the locals and the guys that have been here more than 3, 4, 5, 6 years. Some of you guys have been here so many times, no problem. But the problem is that you've been here so many times that you tend to let your guard down. You know Spanish now. Good. You got a few connections and people that you cool with. Good. You've got you kind of know your way around the city of Medellin or whatever city it may be. Cali. Good. You've been here off and on for quite a while. Nothing wrong with that. But the problem is you tend to let your guards down. You tend to do things that you would not normally do. So what ends up happening? These ladies wait for dudes like you. And then you're the ones that get got. My partner got like that. He had been down here 6 years. My boy had been down here 6 years and got by a chick that he was kicking it with for months. He said, Dre, I didn't know she could get me like that. I said, where'd you meet her? Well, I met her online. See, there you go, messing with them apps again. That's another thing that dudes that have been down here for a while make the mistake of. You think that since you've been down here a while, you can go ahead and play with the apps. You know, I've been here for a minute. Man, ain't gonna mess with me. I know which one is which. I can see on my phone which one of these heifers ain't right or wrong. Let me go ahead and let me go ahead and hit up Magali real quick. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Can't tell me nothing. I've been living in Medellin forever. And you guys sit up there and do that. And you go to the apps and you think that the only person that's going to get drugged is the newbie. Yeah. It don't happen like that, does it? It ends up happening that you end up getting got just as much as the newbie who's never been here before gets got. So guys, make sure that you are wise. The reason why I don't get, I kid you not. Some of you guys think, well, Andre don't get got because he's married. He's got a routine, so forth and so forth. So, you know, he ain't gonna get got. Being married don't mean nothing. This is Colombia. Everybody cheating. I'm one of the rare dudes that ain't cheating. So if you think that being married is a way to keep you from getting got in Colombia, yeah, you in the wrong country, dog. 63% of Colombians have already admitted, male or female, have already admitted cheating. I'm gonna say that again. 63% say that she throwing that coochie out there and he running up in it. Wives cheat on with husbands. Why? He can't snitch and she can't snitch. Why? She married and he married. This is Colombia, fellas. This is Colombia. So don't think just because I'm married that keeps me from being suspect. The only reason I don't get caught up because I ain't out there cheating, so I ain't in that world. But let's say I was single. I still don't move like that. Like I told y'all, I'm a silverback gorilla. I walk on my knuckles, dude, when it comes to the ladies. I'm a saber-toothed tiger. I'm a woolly mammoth. Dudes like me don't exist no more. When I kid you not, when I hit 71 years old, that was it. At 72, I'm done. I'm 72 years old right now. I'm done. I ain't got to use no app, man. I'm an old saber-toothed tiger. Man, I like walking up on my prey. I like, excuse me, miss. Where you from? What's your name? Can I come? Can I take you out tonight? To a movie, to a park? I'll have you home. That's me. I'm old school walk up on the chick. I'm ready for a good old fashioned yes from a fine chick, but I'm ready just in case I get a no from a good old fashioned fine chick. Some of you dudes ain't built like that no more. They don't build them like me. Man, I'm an old Model T. Since I hit 83 years old, man, I'm an old Model T. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I'm an old Model T. They ain't built like, man, I'm the original Corvette. I'm the Corvette when they had the T-tops going up. That's me. I'm the old Corvette. Yeah, I'm the Batmobile, the old Batmobile, the Adam West Batmobile. That's me. I'm old school, man. Y'all ain't gonna convince me that the best school is the apps and they ain't every other dude that's using the apps getting got. And you try to convince me, an old school dude, to use something that ain't working for you? And if it is working for you, congratulations. For all you dudes that it is working for you, congratulations. I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for you. But that don't mean that your boy who's standing next to you, who's trying to follow your lead, that don't mean that he ain't gonna get got. You see where I'm going with that? Some of you dudes think just because you didn't get got, your boys or your partners or your subscribers who follow you, that don't mean that they ain't gonna get got. So all my fellow YouTubers that's still telling dudes to use apps, do you know who loves it the most? the females that's out there ready to scam somebody. It's one thing for me and another partner. I'm using the apps, and I tell maybe 1 or 2 partners, hey, fellas, y'all need to use these apps. The ladies in Colombia on the apps. That's one thing if I tell 1 or 2 partners. You YouTubers are telling 20 to 30,000 dudes to use the app and come to Colombia. 20 to 30,000 ignorant mother coming down here to Colombia using apps. And you know who the happiest person? The scammers. And once they get your phone, the hackers. And once they get your credit cards, those dudes that's gonna be swiping. It ain't the 20,000 dudes that's listening to y'all that's happy that y'all doing that. Thanks, bro. Thanks for telling us how to use the app. Thank you for letting us know we shouldn't go to this dating app. We should go to that dating app. No, bruh. You guys are making it easier. You YouTubers are bringing the fish onto the boat. You YouTubers that's telling dudes that they can still use these apps, you ain't doing nothing but not bringing 1 or 2. Like I said, if you just told 1 or 2 of your partners and you're not on camera, that's bad enough. Just because you got good results, your 1 or 2 partners, that don't mean that they gonna get some good results. But then you YouTubers, y'all go and y'all tell 20, 30,000 dudes per video that they can still use these dang apps. Man, listen, if I was a scammer, man, I'd be sending y'all super chats, cash apps, super chats. I'd be a member. Anything, you got a book to sell, a course, I buy anything to let you know, you dudes who are on YouTube telling guys that they can still use these apps. I would be like, thank you. What else can I do to keep your channel going? Because as long as you telling fools that they can still use these apps and get women in South America, at least Colombia, that gives us 20, 30,000 stupid motherfuckers to rob, to scam, to turn into Western Union poppies, to put in morgues in the grave, to have you dudes not right now while we're talking, right now, even as we speak. If you get quiet right now, just be quiet for a second, fellas. Y'all hear that? There's some dude in Medellin right now snoring because he got drugged. He knocked out. He gonna be knocked out for the next 6 hours. If you be quiet right now, you can hear the rambling of some scammer female going through his stuff and stealing everything. Just be quiet right now. You can hear it right now in Medellin. You ain't even got to be in Medellin to hear it. Listen to these old ignorant niggas. Got y'all food. And these people down in Medellin and Cartagena eating it up. They like, man, we need all YouTubers from the States to be this stupid and tell all they people that they can still use apps. Why do you think people still stay on the apps? And I mean the females. Let's go to the females. Why do you guys think the women are still posting on the app? Any of them. Bumble, Humble, Rumble, Stumble, all the apps. Tinder, Blender, all of them. Every single app. Why do you think the women continue to post on there? And I mean the scammer women. There's some decent women on there, but we're talking about the scammers. You know why? Because it works. It works. And you guys continue to think you're going to be the exception to the rule. I could smash them and I never get caught up. You might smash 90 women. All it takes is miss 91 to get you. I'm going to say that again. Some of y'all have smashed through 90 women on these apps. Good for you, brother. I'm glad. I ain't no hater. I'm serious. I'm not a hater at all. Miss 91 is the one that's going to end you up in a morgue. That's the part that you ain't catching on to. Miss 91 going to have you get scoped, and then the after effects of scope are going to kick in. So some of you guys, before we got 56 in here, click that like button. We like you. Make sure that you like us too. Some of you brothers don't catch on. You need to interview some of these brothers that get scopolamine or scopolamine. There's an after effect to it as well. Some dudes, it takes them months to get their brain back on track. They wonder, like, why do I still feel foggy every once in a while? Why can't I drive my car? You know, I don't feel like I used to. I'm not hungry, but I feel hungry. Something ain't right in my brain. If y'all think that a person just gets scoped, they wake up and it was like from a refreshing nap, y'all better do some homework on scopolamine. It has after effects like COVID have after effects after you get COVID. And a lot of dudes that had COVID can tell you it's so many lingering after effects that a lot of dudes, it's 2024. They got COVID in 2020 and they still fighting some of those after effects. Same thing with scopolamine. There is no rule that says that you go, where's my stuff? No, you ain't gonna wake up like that. Why do you, okay, if you were to wake up like that from being drugged in Medellin or any parts of Colombia, why do you think they got to take you to the doctor's office or the hospital? Why do you think they got to get you checked out if you're supposed to be waking up from a refreshing sleep? Because they know that this drug has an after effect to it. But it's cool because you smashed 90 bad minutes, right? No, let's be real. You went into Humble, Rumble, Stumble, Bumble, Lumble, and all of the apps, right? Come on, let's be for real. Oh, you want to play, right?
You don't have a big dick, you don't have a big wallet, fat dude, and you got a lot of nerve, and women should approach you. What they get?
What they get. So at the end of the day, you went to all the apps and you was able to smash 90 females. You got 90 stories in Colombia that can't nobody tell you nothing. And then Miss 91 came. You hit the app, send, swipe, whatever you need to do. And here she come, right? Miss 91 has drugged you. And if you think you're going to wake up from that drugging with a yawn, I don't know no dude that ever woke up from scopolamine and he said, I woke up with a yawn. Yeah. Oh, man, my stuff gone. Don't nobody wake up like that. Every dude say they wake up like something ain't right. Something just ain't right. So when I mention guys, let's put it like this. I bet this. In the description of every single Love Crossing Borders video, you know what's in the description? We have a paragraph that lets you know, keep your happy away from those apps. We got a paragraph warning label right there. No app is safe in Colombia. You can take it to other parts of South America, but no app. And I see y'all do. I be seeing y'all at the club. Yeah, I met her. Where you meet her, though? I met her on the app. Okay, cool. I keep my mouth shut. Okay. I'm waiting for the story. I'm waiting for the story to unfold. We have been telling y'all for the longest, stay away from them dang apps. Man, listen, if you soft, admit it. I ain't soft. Prove it. I'm a silverback. I'm a wolf pack type dude. Alaskan wolves, the big boys. I'm the Siberian lynx and leopard. I'm in a rare breed. Come on down to Colombia and don't use no apps. Then talk to me. Until then, I ain't trying to hear y'all. Y'all soft. You can't talk about, I'm telling y'all, I tell y'all to your face off camera. Y'all soft dudes, man. Y'all soft. When you know that it's dangerous, but you still doing it, Does that make you a man? Really? Are you truly a man? The man who you know that you are. When you got to run to an app in another country. I could see if we're using the apps and we having fun while we're in our own country, we know the situation. But to be in another country and you know every other dude is getting got by using these apps, and you still swiping, man, and you think you equivalent to me when it comes to hunting women. No, you're not. It's other dudes that are equivalent to me and even better than me when it comes to the ladies. But you dudes that got to use an app, oh, hell no. Nah, you're not my equivalent, and you never will be. Not using apps, oh, hell no. A dangerous app, please. Andre, I swiped and I got triplets. I don't give a what you got. Your day will come, bruh. Your day will come. Well, Dre, you can meet a woman walking down the street and she can get you. How many times on record have we seen a dude say that he was walking down the street, met a Colombiana, and a few days later, she drugged him? Any videos out? Anybody that met how many times we seen a video where a guy said that I met a woman at her job, we exchanged numbers, we started to hang out after she got off work, and she drugged me? You ever seen that video? Ever? Ever? Oh, you ain't never seen that video? I ain't seen that video either. I ain't seen no video. How many guys have seen a video where the guy said, I met the girl at the gym, she was working out, she was fit, we went to hang out and she drugged me? Oh, you ain't seen that video either? I ain't seen that either. I've yet to see the video where a guy walked on a female, met her organically. We're not talking about the club girls, so we ain't talking about them party girls because we know that's a different breed. So you might as well get that out your head. We're not talking about party girls, we're not talking about scammers, and we're not talking about pay for play. We're talking about regular, everyday Colombianas. You met her at the bus stop or on the bus. Where's the video of you guys getting drugged that you met a girl on the bus and a few days later she came to your spot and she drugged you? I'm waiting for that video to come out. Oh, it ain't come out? Okay, that's what I thought. It's so rare that we ain't even got footage of it. We ain't got an interview or nothing. Let's get ready to go to this video. Shout out to you guys being here. Let me hit these few super chats that's here. Shout out to my man Charles in the building. He said, you doing God's work. Shout out to you. Shout out to you, fam. Shout out to you. Let me see what drop I got for you. I'll just go ahead and go to the average. Shout out to you, Charles, with the $9.99. And my man Black Scorpion. He said, we are the last dying breed. Yes, we are. We the last ones. We understand that Gen Xers, we ain't gonna be no more after us. They're gonna be looking at us in museums, and they're gonna be looking at us like flashback to the 80s, flashback to the 90s episodes. Ain't no more dudes built like us left. That's it. We literally, especially in the States, we literally it. Okay, Gen Z, can't tell them nothing. The new Gen A, they live in the soft guy era. Generation Y, can't tell them nothing. Can't tell them nothing. We the last generation of men that you can sit back and say something to, and we be like, you know what? That kind of makes sense, bro. I got you on that one. Not this new generation. They got excuse for everything. I was watching a live stream on another channel, Passport Bros versus Plantation Bros. Passport Bros these were all young, right? Under 40 dudes. Passport Bros had an excuse for everything. The Plantation Bros had an excuse for everything. And none of what neither one of them was saying was making any dang sense. I looked at myself and I was like, Andre, these are 2 hours of your life that you could never get back from watching this stupidity. And somebody put in the comment section, why don't y'all have real mature Passport Bros on that panel? I was asking the same thing, and I wasn't thinking about me. In other words, somebody mature enough that could listen and not listen to just respond, but listen to learn. Man, we the last generation, and can't nobody tell us otherwise. Oh, man, y'all old dudes, man, just because I'm 72 years old, don't hate on me. Don't hate on me. Us dudes that's 61, I turned 61 yesterday, don't hate on me. Because I'm going to tell you something. Just because I'm 67, don't mean that you going to make it to 67. I made it to your age and your stage and whatever you doing right now, I've made it. Ain't no guarantee that you going to make it here. If you 40, ain't no guarantee. I'll put it like this. Do all 40-year-olds make it to 61? No. What? Okay, I'll make it easier. Do all 40-year-olds make it to 45? No. So all of us old heads, since I'm 69, I've done what you are trying to get to. When y'all don't want to listen to us and y'all think that there's no such thing as the old sage anymore, or the village guru, y'all don't want to listen to us old dudes just because we hit 73. All right. We not about to shout you down.
I'm not black, I'm OJ.
Okay. Let's get started with this video. Shout out to my man Black Scorpion once again. Shout out to you guys being here. We got 69 people in the building. Click that like button. I like you. Make sure you like us too. Shout out to my man Bobby being in the building as well. Checking in. Just waiting. He said just waiting on my license, and I'll be on my way out of the country. Shout out to you, brother. Let's get started with the video, guys. This is a brother. This is a gentleman in Medellin, and he's going to tell his story about how he almost got. So let's get started.
Right. Welcome to Real.
Before we get started, could the moderators do me a favor? Could you drop Obi Land's channel link in the description for all of us to subscribe? Any of you moderators, just go look for Obi Land's channel and drop his channel in the description, because we really are trying to help him continue to build his brand and build his channel up. Thanks, guys. Let's go back here.
Talk with Obi. I am here with
Well, can we rewind?
Yeah.
Rewind and just say Boogie.
Right. So welcome here to Real Talk with Obi. I'm here with Boogie. We've been talking off camera. Man, bro, you survived something that, not many people, have been lucky enough to, to escape and live through to tell their own story. Especially here in Colombia, you were a victim of an attempted kidnapping. Can you just let me know? Tell us what happened.
You're right. I'm very lucky, but probably very stupid as well. To give it some context, I've been coming here for 6 years for extended trips. Last time I was here for 3 months. So familiar with the risks of the country, and I feel like I'm a fairly aware person and not completely stupid, but I definitely made some bad decisions a few weeks ago. I met a girl.
Okay. He said met a girl. So let's before we go any further regarding that, at least he admitted, listen, I've been coming here 6 years. I knew all the rules and I broke the rules. Basically, I knew what I should have done and I shouldn't have done, but I did it any dang way. Like we say, sometimes we just do stuff out of boredom, but he said he did it. And so he admitted, hey, it's a learning experience. I'm glad that he survived it. Let's go back to the video.
It's always about a girl, right? A very pretty girl in Provenza. She didn't approach me. I approached her. I asked a gringo who lived here, like, if he thought she was working, because I was trying to stay away from a working girl.
All right. So sorry just to interrupt you. And I know the guys are going to be like, let the man speak.
It's all good.
Honestly speaking, were you looking for a working girl, or you?
No, that was the whole point. I've been trying to meet organically, Tinder, Bumble, like to meet a real girl for like a relationship kind of deal.
The apps. Even though he said he met her in Provenza, he also said that he'd been using those apps, trying to get organic, meet organic women, but yet, y'all gonna stop playing with them apps, man.
So I meet this girl. I approach her. I talk to her. She's got good English. She's really cute, beautiful, pretty, hot, everything. Tattoos. She says she's waiting for her friend, and this is outside Vin Trash on Carrera 35. So it's very popular tourists, loads of gringos. I got a Gringo Tuesday at Vin Trash, which is sort of near where she was. We go for one beer, conversation. She likes coffee in the gym and this kind of thing. So yeah, it was just, she spoke good English, and it felt like there was chemistry.
So you met her that day, and then.
Okay, hold on for a second. Brother just asked, he said, how do I super chat? It should be at the bottom of the chat. All you do is you see a money sign at the bottom. And it should be right there. Shout out to Overland in the building. What you doing donated, man? We just donated to you, brother. So you see the money sign at the bottom of the chat where you will be writing, and that's where you would donate. Let me go. Hey, moderators. Shout out to Overland with the 15 pounds. What are you doing here? Hey, man, you can't be sneaking up on us while we're doing reactions to your videos. I know this is going to be a good one, too. All right. So shout out to Overland being in the building. Make sure that you guys support this brother's channel, as well as moderators. I hope you did get a chance to find the link to his channel and add it in the description throughout the night so we can continue to show support. Shout out to my uncle being in the building, Ghostface Jeff in the building, my official uncle too, just in real life. Shout out to you being here. And Faudy's in the building. Shout out to you being here as well. He said, real mature passport bros are like assassins and move in silence. Yes, and that move in the silence part is true. And I'm going to tell you something. Most true passport bros are not on camera, whether they be younger or whether they be older, whether they be the guys that like to come for vacation and just party, or whether they be guys that's living down here. Most true passport bros, you ain't gonna never see them on camera. Never. I know guys that have been down here for 25, 30 years. You will never see them on camera. And I never ask them for an interview. Why? Oh, man, let them dudes have their privacy, man. So true passport bros that's been coming here like forever, ex-military, because you know it all started with the military brothers. Yeah, they move in silence, man. He's absolutely correct. He said, why disturb your vibe and go public to offer advice that'll just be ignored? This is true. This is so true. He like, man, why are we even giving guys advice if they ain't gonna even listen to it? So a lot of true passport bros, the old heads, and when I mean old heads, guys that have been traveling here for a while, they kind of keep to themselves. I know guys that are married, got families and everything, and you'll never know that they be. I know a guy I met 5 years ago, and guess what? I just saw him again 2 months ago. I'm like, what you doing here? He said, man, I've been here for 5 years since I saw you last time. Like, what? Yeah, he said, man, I ain't never left. I was like, okay, brother. Yeah, so yeah, they moving the silence down here. Yes, they are. Shout out to you, Faudy. Let's go back to the video. So the brother said that, he done walked up on the female. So we do have an incident. Well, a man walked up on a female in a tourist area. I ain't doing it in a tourist area, but he said he walked up on the female. So let's listen to what he had to say after that.
And you went to have some coffee on the same day.
And this was the night before, on the Tuesday.
Right.
We had one beer, and I offered to walk into an Uber. And she said, oh, do you mind if I hold your arm? These shoes are high, like the heels are high. I put my hand out, and she's like, oh, I don't want to hold your hand because it's too familiar. And I was like, oh, that's like really sweet. We both said we like this Pergamino coffee shop. We agreed to meet there the next day. I was going to work remote. She shows up with a really cute French bulldog. I can't
This was the next day, right?
This was the next day, like 12 o'clock in the day. Daytime, all good. So there'd been no talk of sex or drugs or anything. It was all seemed to me very like above board. And I was like, well, look, I'm going to this MMA gym. Do you want to come? She said, sure. I just need to drop my dog and change my clothes.
Right. So where was the MMA gym? Where was it? Was it based around?
It's like 5 minutes from Santa Fe Mall. Like,
Right.
So we're in Provenza. That's like a 10-minute Uber away.
Okay. And there was nothing about her look which looked suspicious. She didn't, she didn't give you any like, weird vibes or anything like that.
Okay, so one of the guys, I posted on Reddit just to make people aware, so, like at least there can be some benefit, someone can learn from my story. And one dude said, oh, the fingernails. And I was like, well, I live in the Caribbean, like girls of all races are rocking like crazy nails. Like to me, that's not a big deal.
Right, so what kind of nails did she have?
They didn't look like anything. They was not too long. They were kind of nice, I thought. She said she's a nail technician. It makes sense. She's gonna have good nails.
Right.
She said she liked coffee, but then when we were drinking the coffee, she was like, oh, do you want to finish mine? Which, minor thing is like, if you like coffee, you're not gonna half drink your coffee. We go to get a taxi, I go to order an Uber, so I get her address, so I know where we're going. And I look on the map to make sure it's a good area. I see it's in Berlin. I got friends who live in Berlin. I know there's some dodgy parts of Berlin, but for the most part, it's all right. So what happened then? Yeah, so as I put the address in the Uber, and I don't know what I did. I showed it to her or something. She's like, oh, this is going to take too long. Let's just get a taxi. I was like, cool. Which was definitely a mistake.
Right.
Don't get into like always book your own Uber.
So I just want to ask a question, right? At the point where she said, like, let's get the taxi, when she was with you in the coffee shop, did at any point was she on her phone texting or doing anything like that, texting somebody or acting weird, or did she say, listen, I've got to go off and make a phone call or something like that? Anything like that that you didn't pick up?
There was nothing really triggered then. It was when she said, let's get the taxi. Like, I know that's not the right thing to do, but I didn't really care because I still wasn't, nothing was triggering then. When we were in the taxi, maybe it seemed like she didn't know where she was going. And she was a bit quiet, and she said she felt sick from the coffee, but she had no food, which I know that happens. Like, it's happened to me. So, like, it's kind of, there was a weird, different vibe, but it didn't seem anything that bad. But just because I'm trying to always be, thinking ahead and careful, I already texted my location to 2 groups of friends. I had a bunch of friends here for my birthday, and I had another friend or a couple friends who were still in the country. So it's like, better safe than sorry, right? As we're pulling up, I see really nice buildings, like expensive apartments. I'm like, oh, cool, we're going to one of these. There'll be security, it's all good. Somewhere along that way, I just had the presence of mind to have like a tactical Supreme pen. So it's like a sharp, pointy metal pen. And I took that out of my bag and put it into my pocket. This is another stupid thing I did. Like, I would work remote and go to the coffee shop and back home again, but I would never go anywhere else with my expensive laptop and all my shit. So I had more stuff than I should be walking around in Colombia with. And I know that. So that was a mistake. Getting her taxi was a mistake. So we rocked up to the crib, and it's not one of these nice buildings, but the street is okay. There's people in the street. There's like a hamburger shop across the road, guys sitting outside. We pull up to a low-rise, like a 2-story apartment, gated. The key's under the mat, and I'm like, that's really secure, isn't it? She said it was her aunt's place. Her aunt worked in real estate. I was like, oh, maybe, she has multiple places. She opens the door, she walks in, she's like, oh, can you close the door? And I'm looking at the place, it looks like a clean Airbnb. Still, like, not really.
So did it look really clean? Did it have any furniture in there?
It was like a proper Airbnb. Like,
right, okay, so did it look like someone was living in there?
It didn't look that lived in, no. It looked like Like, you know how they put a few...
It looked like a trap house, like a place.
Well, it didn't look like a trap house, but it definitely was a trap house, because I was trying to remember how it happened in my head, because I think I got a little bit confused. I got hit in the head quite a few times. So we walked into the front door, and there was like the living area and stairs coming down. And then there was like the dining table with chairs, and then a kitchen in the next room. I took my bag off and put it on the first chair. Like, I must have closed the door, put my bag down, and then right away, I guess they were upstairs. They just had come down the stairs, and two guys pop out.
I'm here in the hospital. I think I got shot maybe 3 or 4 times. I think they were just glancing wounds, but I got pistol whipped a few times. I stupidly fought the two guys, but they wanted to tape me up. And there was no way I was going to let that happen. They were going to have to shoot me if they wanted to tape me.
We walked into the front door, and there was like the living area and stairs coming down. And then there was like the dining table with chairs, and then a kitchen in the next room. I took my bag off and put it on the first chair. Like, I must have closed the door, put my bag down, and then right away, I guess they were upstairs. They just had come down the stairs, and two guys pop out.
What did these guys look like? Do you remember?
Colombians with like shitty COVID masks on, both with shiny guns.
Both?
Yeah, both pointing them at my head. One taller, bigger, one skinnier.
So, just sorry to cut you. So at that moment when you saw those two shiny guns, how big were these guys, first of all? Because you're a pretty tall guy. You're a big guy.
6'2", like 215 pounds.
You're almost as tall. You're as tall as me, right? So when you saw these two guys, how tall were they? Or
they're smaller than me. All Colombians are smaller than us, right?
Right.
It's like,
okay. So you have these two guys, right? They've got their facial mask on from the COVID-19 thing, right? And then they've got their two shiny guns pointing at your face. What was going through your mind?
Kind of like, you know.
Yeah, pointed sideways, kind of.
A little bit, yeah. I mean, I immediately realized I fucked up, but because I think I was subconsciously preparing for it, I wasn't that surprised. I was like, oh yeah, you're a fucking idiot. Like, you know not to do all the things you just did because this can happen. The first time you've ever done it in your life, the first time in 6 years, Colombia, is exactly what everyone told you it is. Like.
So when you're standing there and you see these two guys approaching with two shiny guns, you obviously, one of the thoughts in your head was that you fucked up.
100%.
Right. What was the next thing that came into your mind?
Yeah, I've been thinking about that a lot, to be honest. I just knew I didn't want to be there. And
you think
they had real duct tape, and I can't remember if they said it in English, or I definitely understood their intention without knowing what was said, because they were pointing to the ground, I think saying, get down.
Okay, and at this point, where was the girl that you came into the
She had walked into the kitchen, I was in the dining room, they were blocking the living room, which then had the entrance to the door to get out.
We're going to pause for a second. When it comes to the girl, and many of these women that are here in South America, one of the reasons why we need to be careful is because a lot of these women are heartless. For her to be in the kitchen, might as well be smoking a cigarette or having a drink while you're in the other room fighting for your life. You know how heartless that got to be? You know how heartless it has to be for a guy for the woman to drug a guy, step over his body, clean out your pockets, clean out your apartment, and walk out as if she just came from the grocery store. Man, there's some demons walking the streets, and we got to be careful out here. I know, guys, they're beautiful. I got you, but there's certain requirements that you need to look out for. Me, I'm the type of person that if I'm not meeting that person that's on the job or they got a job, I mean a real job, they can't get 4 seconds of my time. And I don't mean, well, she worked at the local bar. No, bruh, no, that's all right. I'm one of them patient type dudes, man. Like I say, I'm one of them tigers that will sit in the tree for hours and days until I get the right prey. Some dudes, they'll jump out of the tree on a squirrel. That ain't me. I'm waiting for the wildebeest to walk by. I'm waiting for the gazelle to come through, the tiger, the zebra to come through. That's me. I'm waiting. That's how I am. But I know everybody's not built like me. So I'm just giving you guys the small warning based off of what this gentleman just said. This woman in the kitchen, she making her a snack. She making peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Oh, that's American. She making arepas with some eggs and some rice. She in the kitchen cooking. Did you get the money? Y'all get the money? You ain't got the money from yet? Y'all go ahead, keep on whooping his ass. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and make these arepas and some eggs, and I know y'all gonna be hungry after y'all whoop his and duct tape them. That's how scurvy and scantless and crafty these chicks are. Just because she got a big butt and a smile, that don't make her a good woman automatically in Colombia. We gotta start moving just a little bit more wiser, because the dudes that's using the dating apps making it bad for us, the dudes that's coming down and throwing money up in the air like they just don't care, they making it bad for us. The Western Union poppies making it bad for us. I remember when I was coming down to Colombia in the 2016, 2017s, I'm telling you, as an 81-year-old man, it wasn't that bad. It's a whole new Medellin now. It's a whole new Colombia. So you got to use some discretion and some wisdom. The same discretion and wisdom that you use in the States, use in Colombia. I'm not asking you to do nothing that you don't do in the States. Okay. How many of y'all mess with broke chicks in the States? And I mean broke. Oh, you don't? Soon as a chick says she ain't got no job, you done with her? Okay. How many of y'all ask pay for play to your house in the States? You ain't never had a prostitute in your house? Never? Not one. You ain't never invited no pay for play into your home that you work hard for. Not one time have you ever invited pay for play in your home. Never? You see where I'm going with that? The same rules that you use in the States, you ain't gonna let no prostitute come into your house, your real house in the States. You don't deal with no broke bitch in the States. Don't do it while you in other countries, bruh. And I'm not just talking about Colombia. I'm talking about Brazil too. I'm talking about Germany too. I'm talking about Thailand too. You deserve better than just a broke being. You deserve better. If you're gonna fly across these countries, we might as well get the best of the best. Like I say, bruh, and I mean this for the bottom of my heart. If I was in pay for play world, I'd be getting expensive call girls. There is no way I'm messing with nothing from the streets. No, no. Can't nothing in the clubs. No. I'm getting them expensive call girls that I know that they make sure that they take care of their clients. That's me. I'm doing just like them rich white boys and them rich Asian dudes do in their country. I'm gonna be doing it in Colombia. That's what be me. I ain't messing with nothing in no strip club. No, I'm cheaper. Yes, you get what you pay for. If you get something from the streets or you get something from Tinder, you get what you pay for, right, Americans? That's what we say, Americans, right? What about UK? That's what y'all say. You get what you pay for, right? If it's cheap, if it's a cheap car, you get cheap results. If it's a cheap shirt, you get cheap results, right? You're going to get the cheap results. If you get a cheap woman, I rest my case. Y'all dudes cheap. And you're getting the results of being cheap. Stop me when I'm lying. You put that in the comments. Shout out to my man Timothy again. He said, the super chats. He said, the money sign. He said, then you will see the line, how much you want to donate. And you can add the message by tapping the amount in the area and complete the hit the like button. And you will send press. Got it. There you go. Thank you, brother. And my man, Richard Graham. Richard Graham said, this is exactly why brothers like me have no interest in going to Colombia. And thankful that I met a Dominicana whose brother is police. The brother being police don't mean ish. Because he can help her get away with the crime. That don't mean nothing. She's Dominican. I'm going to tell you something why you guys talk about Dominicans are so safe and women in Thailand are so safe. You know why y'all think they're so safe? Because Dominican women and Thai women are just like Colombian women. I'll say it again. Dominican women and Thai women are just like Colombian women, but they only make you feel safe. And how many times we heard in Thailand, a dude saved his money, married a chick in Thailand, built or bought a house. And in Thailand, the woman automatically owns 51% of the house. And as soon as he paid that house off, she divorced him. How many dudes in Thailand that you heard the story that they're homeless on the beaches in Thailand? What about females in DR? Females in DR invented Western Union poppy. It wasn't no Western Union poppy before DR. In other words, instead of just getting you immediately, like Colombian women will get you, DR women, Thailand women, Brazilian women be slow walking you dudes. Them women ain't no better than us. They just slow walk. You instead of you getting robbed for 300 right there or 3,000 right there, you sending it through Western Union. 3-4 years. A brother just hit me up the other day. All you Dominican dudes, Dominicanas, hit me up the other day. Dude smashing this Dominican chick. He sends me photos, not the face, but the waist down, of all these bags of expensive clothes and flowers. And you could tell some brother is handing flowers to somebody. He said, Dre, this is Dominican chick I've been smashing. He said, you see this photo? This is the other American dude that's been splurging money like crazy on her. Those women be slow walking y'all down. Now, I'm not saying all Dominican women, all Brazilian women, all Thai women, all Colombian women, all Mexican are bad. Most women are just good 9 to 5, go to work, go home women in most of these countries. They ain't causing no troubles to nobody. But I'm talking about the women that scam. Yes, Colombia, you're going to get drugged. Yes, you are. I admit that. But in these other countries, they're going to slow walk your money out your pocket. Bet that. Yeah, boy. There is a YouTuber, a white boy YouTuber. All his whole channel, 100 and something thousand subscribers. His whole channel, all he does is read letters from subscribers who went to Thailand or the Philippines or Vietnam and how they got with the slow walk. Not like overnight, like in Colombia, with the slow walk. By the time the sermon was over, I'd given her 50,000 and I didn't even know it. The slow walk. Man, she told me she was pregnant. I thought it was my baby. I've been taking care of her for the last 3 years, man. I took care of her for all 9 months. Look, the baby is white with blue eyes. Slow walk. So why you guys want to laugh at these brothers that might get caught up immediately or might get scoped immediately, don't laugh. Because some of you dudes right now, your little Dominicana, she getting her back broke in while you in the States. And you sending money on a slow walk. You guys better watch what you say or realize what you're saying. I'm not coming at you guys, but I'm saying realize what you're saying. Let's not judge the next man, because we could be in that situation ourselves, any of us. Any of us. I could sit up here and talk about how I'm married to Andrea, and then at the end of the day, Andrea could be slow walking me. You see where I'm going with that? So it's not our place to judge each other in regards to, that's why I don't go to Colombia. Man, that's why I don't go to DI. Man, I didn't go to DR because all I heard was all the slow walking stories. I know dudes that's been sending money to females in DR, at least 5 dudes that's been sending money to DR to the same chick for 5 years. Don't y'all tell me about dudes getting scoped and getting robbed on one night when y'all getting slow walked for 3, 4, 5 years. If you gonna get me in one night, you got me for $300 and you got my credit card. Okay, cool. I can call my bank and I can get that back. But me purposely going to Western Union online or purposely going to, yes, sexy boo. She's protecting my voice. Or being one of those dudes that go directly to Western Union or MoneyGram and you know that you're doing it once, twice a month. Come on, man, stop it. Stop it. Let's get back to this video before I crack some jokes. I'll come back to the super chats in a second, guys.
Okay, so while all that was happening, did you ever have any further eye contact with the girl when before she walked into the kitchen?
No, pretty much. She walked to the kitchen, I put my bag down, and the guys popped out, and I just forgot about her existing. Like, I was just totally focused on these 2 motherfuckers with guns at my head.
Right, and then so what did they do next? They pointed, get down or whatever.
Yeah, and I think pretty quickly they didn't get what they wanted. I think they were probably, relying on the shock effect or something. I know I had some cash in my pocket. I didn't even have that much cash on me, but I just grabbed my cash, threw it at them, was trying to chill them out, tranquilo amigos. I was trying to, obviously I got a bit of adrenaline going on, but I was trying to remember enough Spanish to say that I'd sent my location to my friends. I'm like, mi amigos sabes mi dirección. So my friends know my address.
And what was their reaction when you said all of that stuff?
I mean, I think maybe they were just either fucking scared or inexperienced because they were very focused on just intimidation, get on the ground. So I think right away, that's when they both came and started attacking me and pistol whipped me in the cheek, in the head, which this started bleeding a lot right away. So I took my shirt off to wrap my head so I could actually see because there was so much blood. And then it's a bit of a blur, but
so at this point when they start pistol whipping you, and all the blood is gushing down from your head, did you at any point think this is it? Did you think that, I'm resisting? Because obviously you were resisting at that point. If they pistol whipped you, you weren't following the instructions, right?
That's it.
Right? So, sorry to cut you off.
No, you're right.
So did you think at that point, okay, if I resist further, they're going to do me in?
The main focus on my head was I could tell they wanted to tie me up with duct tape. And I'd literally rather die than that happen.
Why?
I mean, the thought of torture and just lack of power, I don't consider myself a submissive person. So it's I've thought about this in the past and thought that's probably the greatest fear. You got drowning or sharks, whatever the fuck it is. I think just tortured, hostile style is the worst thing I can think of ever happening.
So as I said in a little documentary that I did, some of these guys, they kidnap people over here to do paseo millonario. That's where they take you, they keep you for a couple of days. They have your ATM card or your credit cards, and then every day they're taking money, from your account using your cards and stuff. What do you, or in some unlucky instances, you could actually be held for ransom. What do you think their intentions were?
I mean, it was obviously financial. I would have assumed that the minimum they would be taking my cards to get money out. But I've heard of other guys where they've drained their crypto accounts. So I got my phone on me, which I think I had biometrics enabled at the time. I've got my laptop on me, so I literally have everything I need for my banking. But also, I could fuck with it and make sure they couldn't get it. Would that have frustrated them more in that situation? I didn't really ever want to find out. It could have been, they're just getting my cards, or they could be getting all the money from my bank. I really didn't know or care. It's just I couldn't face the thought of being fucking duct taped by these dudes.
Right. So at that point, when you were, blood is gushing down your head, you're resisting, and then they come in, they're striking you on your head. At which point did you decide that, they're not going to take me? Like, they're going to have to. And at which point did it turn from them bashing you on the head to the actual gunshots going off?
I mean, it was pretty much right away from them pulling guns out. I was like, well, I'm going to do whatever I can to control the situation to make my best outcome. So when they were coming in with guns and stuff, I was basically trying to control the guns because I didn't want the guns pointing at my head. Mm-hmm. But there was a lot of scuffling, there was a lot of hits back and forth, and guy lost his gun. I think the first time the guy hit me on the head, his mag came out. Then he must have shot at me somewhere in between, like maybe 6+ times, where it was the big guy doing the shooting. Every time he shot, he had to cock the gun. So they looked like good guns, but maybe they were shitty guns. The little guy was like super aggressive. He was like the fighter, and I don't think he shot at all. So maybe his gun didn't work. I don't know.
So where did you get hit?
So we were scuffling back and forth, and I keep trying to remember how it happened because it was a bit of a blur, and it could have been 10, 15 minutes. It was basically, I text my friend at 1 saying, I'm with this girl, I'm going to this live location. And then half an hour later, I text in the video that you saw. So I'm in the back, I'm in the dining room. I've got like trying to have the corner between me, trying to keep one guy in front of me to like minimize like attacks. And I just remember the big guy coming up and like shooting at the ground near my feet. And it went like so loud, like we all just kind of stopped. And I was like, cool, tranquilo. And they both just stopped. And again, they were like, get on the ground. I was like, no.
What is it about you? Why weren't you scared? Most people would just freeze up. Why didn't you freeze up? I mean, I'm a big guy, right? If someone shot at my feet, I'm going down. I'm doing what they want, because to me that's serious intention.
Yeah.
So why are you like this? Like why? Like some people watching this would just say, without being offensive, that it was dumb.
I mean, yeah, definitely.
Because this could have easily been turned out different.
I would agree. It could have gone so wrong so many different ways. I'm very lucky, very, very lucky, very dumb. I think having some kind of preparedness for situations like this sort of helps. I've never been a fighter. I never really got into fights. I mean, maybe remember a couple of fights in high school where I got punched in the mouth. I didn't win those fights. And I guess I always had like one of those powerless dreams as a kid, like I'm punching, but it's like nothing. Like you can't even feel your hands, And in my head, I kind of forget I'm like a big, heavy dude covered in tattoos. So people have a different impression of me that I have of myself. But as a teenager, I did Kung Fu. And then when I was living in London, I did a bit of kickboxing. And then I moved to the Cayman Islands and then discovered jiu-jitsu and really got into jiu-jitsu. And so we're talking maybe 8 years ago. And my trainer turned me on to Floyd Moxon Fight Factory, turned me on to Joe Rogan and his comedy and the stoner and just, all that kind of shit clicked. And I was like, that's what I want to do. I want to get really good at jiu-jitsu. I want to compete. And cool, I had broken up from a really toxic relationship. So I was unfit and overweight and everything. So I wanted to change my life.
So after the situation where they shot at you and you're refusing and there's this whole scuffle, how did they finally, what happened up to the point that they just said, you know what, fuck it, I'm not going to bother doing this stuff, and then they just left you alone?
I mean, ask me that again 1 sec, because I don't think I finished my full thought on your last question. So I never knew I had it in me I never knew I would react like that. And I think a lot of us don't know, and I think you cannot be prepared for something, but you might be react really aggressively. It's the basic fight or flight, right? But I didn't have any flight. I didn't have any option for flight. So I wasn't consciously scared. I wasn't consciously brave. I was just literally reacting in the moment for what I thought was my best interest. And so I would hope maybe from a few years of, martial arts, jiu-jitsu, boxing, kickboxing, Muay Thai, having being punched in the head enough times over the years. And I don't think I'm very good at it, and I don't spar enough. Like, all my friends are way better than me, but I think it helps a little bit. Like, I would always recommend for everyone to train their kids in jiu-jitsu, just so there's that level of respect for violence, so you don't become a violent person. Because most martial artists I know, like the most chill, fun people, they never start shit because they know how it can end up. But I'd never been really tested before. Yeah.
Well, you were tested that day.
I was surprised myself, to be honest, and a few people are giving me some funny nicknames like Kai Wick and shit like that, and making jokes about the pen, because literally that's like the name they stole. Yeah, right?
Oh, so you got your laptop and...
Well, fucking everything, dude. Like,
everything.
So this is the advice you were saying, like, people would say was dumb. If someone's trying to rob you, give them your fucking shit. Like, shit is not important. It's all replaceable. Your life is the most important thing. They didn't want my shit. Like, they didn't ask for it. They didn't look at my bag. They didn't try to take my phone. They didn't ask for it.
They wanted you.
Duct tape, get on the ground. I was like, fuck that. Like, I'm not, like, I would rather fight for my life, for my survival, than let some fucking strange motherfuckers who don't speak the same language as me, who are super poor compared to me, with fucking guns, submit me to the point they could do anything they want to me at all.
Yeah.
So like you said, you live in Cali, and after I told my boy this story, he told me about a guy in Cali who did get kidnapped overnight and tortured and managed to escape. So we'll gotta track that guy down for you, because that sounds like a crazy story. Jumped off a 2 or 3 story building, almost broke his legs when the guys went to get food. Like,
that's a crazy story.
So I think some manner of preparedness over the years, some expectation for the thing that was possibly going to happen, knowing it could happen in this country, having a tactical pen. Everyone's saying they're going to buy one now. I guess it wasn't a conscious decision. This is what I had to do, and I was lucky enough that, I can't say I'm special or anything. Like, I would not expect to have reacted like this, but I'm fucking so glad that I did, because it was literally the only out. But again, it could have gone wrong so many ways. Like, if they'd shot an artery or something,
exactly,
they could have tied me up, and then I could have bled out to death because they would have been too scared to know what to do.
Exactly.
That's probably the worst case scenario.
Okay, so just tell me how you then managed, so they were obviously struggling with you, right? And at what point do you think they just said, you know what, fuck it?
I gotta change beers.
Don't worry, even if it gets the background, all of the stuff, because I must admit, it's recording. I do like the impromptu kind of stuff where, we're just like discussing stuff off camera, but it kind of like.
Oh yeah, by all means. Like, I'm not trying to hide anything. Just record everything.
Right.
But we're recording now, so you said go back to where we were, and I was saying why.
And we changed locations, by the way. So we've got this wonderful view here, and it's now an evening time. We've got this wonderful view out here by the pool. So, okay, so this is what they were trying to snatch away from you.
No, so I think I came to the realization that my innate fear of powerlessness and being submissive overrides any fear of life or loss of life. 100% I would choose to die over being tortured. So it wasn't even that much of a conscious decision, as in I just knew what I had to do to get the fuck out. It was a really weird fight. I've been going over it and over it again. I know at one stage, he shot around me, shot at me the first time, and we all stopped. And then we kept on fighting. And then he shot at me a couple more times, and I guess missed. And then he shot me in the arm, which went through. And then another time he shot me in the hip, which I think came out 2 places in my ass.
Do you know what kind of bullets they were? Because
well, I saw a shell, but from the size of the wounds, they must have been 22s. And if they were 9s, I'd probably have been completely fucked.
Yeah. So when you felt the bullets rip through your skin, I
don't know if I felt it.
The adrenaline was pumping.
I'm like, thank God for adrenaline, because really, I just kind of overrode everything else. but I remember they almost like swapped out a couple of times. I remember I was in the room with one of them and the other guy ran out the front door and came back, and the other one ran out and came back. And maybe somewhere along this time the girl left, because I remember her now at one stage coming back. Still kind of where the fight started.
We're going to pause there for a split second, and we're going to hit to the super chats. But let's just imagine a situation. The girl has left. She's gone. She's going to either take care of her dog or find another victim. She is gone. Your spidey senses haven't kicked in before you even walk through that door. It's too late. And a lot of guys would have been like the one Asian dude that died. You would have let them put you in a car, ride you around, and then the Asian dude's family was going to pay. Remember this last year? The Asian dude's family was going to pay. They still shanked him up. So to a certain extent, even though it was dangerous, I probably, knowing Andre, yeah, you're going to have to put them hot balls in me, dog. Like blah, 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 blah. You're going to have to ting, because I'm not, you ain't about to get me duct tape. Oh, no, bro. No, that's all right. If I'm going to go out, if I got to go out today, it's going to be on 2 feet. Because the whole time he was talking, and I'm not saying this in an egotistical way. I mean that. The whole time he was telling this story, I'm thinking about that Asian dude last year who submitted, who knew Spanish, called his family. Family was going to send the money, and they still shanked the dude up and threw him off. I think it was off the side of a bridge. Like, for real. I'm telling y'all, you gotta be, brothers. The reason why I've been doing showing these videos, man, lately is you gotta be careful. Now I'm going to make this announcement early, and then we're going to do super chats and then go back to the video, because there's a lot more video to go through. September. I want you guys to remember this with Colombia. Don't you ever, and I don't care about you guys that's been here for years and all that. September. What is September in Colombia? I know E and B knows. September in Colombia is the beginning of the Christmas celebration. Okay.
I'm not black, I'm OJ. Okay.
September is the beginning of the Christmas celebration here in Colombia. So this is when the hustlers really start hustling, y'all. This is when the price of pay-for-play is going to go up in September. Okay, y'all ready? Pay-for-play prices throughout Colombia going up in September. All the females that you hadn't heard from all year is going to hit you up starting September. The robberies and the drugging, if you look at every year, it happens the most after September. It's the whole Christmas. Colombians don't celebrate Christmas like right around December. No. They will the Christmas music starts in September. Families start coming together in September. People are flying from other countries in September. Don't you ever forget that tip I just gave you. September onward is some of the most dangerous times here in Colombia because they're desperate. And what ends up happening is dudes get got. Remember last year, most of those dudes that end up coming up floating in DOA, when was it? After September. Not saying that the other months are bad, but what I'm saying is once September hit, you think they heartless before September. Let these scammers get a hold of y'all after September. Me and Andre have been saying this for years. For years. Every year we give y'all the September warning. I'm giving it to you right now in May. You have to be careful. If the person doesn't have any form of employment, if the person is not focusing on their education, if the person really is not some of you dudes send me emails and you send me photos of your girl along with you. And you say, Andre, we're coming to Cali. We'd like to hang out with you and Andrea. And I'm going to say something to you right now. From looking at your girl, there is no fucking way I will ever let you introduce that thing to my wife. Ever. I can see from the photo she ain't shit. And the fact that you, at this age of 71, I'll be 62 tomorrow, that you can't see that she ain't shit. And you want to introduce that to my wife. Are you out your rabbit ass mind? Are you freaking serious? Let me not get too loud because Andrea is sensitive about me protecting my voice. Some of you guys I meet, y'all be with some quality women. I won't lie. I would say 90% of the dudes that I meet, and you introduce me to your woman, she's good person, good people. But there is a 10% of y'all, there is no way in hell you're going to ever meet my wife. You'll meet her, but that trash that you got next to you in them photos, hell fuck no. Y'all think we stupid? You think that I'm not old enough at the ripe old age of 69 to recognize that your woman ain't shit? Is it just me that many of us older dudes don't get got as easy as some of you younger dudes? Because some of us older dudes, we recognize when a female ain't shit. She ain't shit, dog. That's all right. My point in saying, I ain't saying that older dudes can't get got. Don't think I'm saying that. But what I'm saying is, guys, Colombia is not the Colombia before. Dudes that came down here, Europeans, Canadians, Americans have brought y'all happy ass down here. And the new way of the crime wave is not the drug game. You notice how quiet the drug game is in Colombia now? They still selling the same amount of drugs. It's still shooting through Mexico, but it's quiet. What is the loudest crimes in Colombia now? Crimes against tourists. You can read the newspapers all day long in Colombia, and the loudest crimes now are crimes against tourists or tourists coming over here messing with little shorties. Cartels are quiet as can be. They making their money and they're quiet. Y'all dudes are the new loud news in Colombia that makes Colombia seem like it's so bad now. Nobody's coming to Colombia talking about cartels anymore. Everybody's coming to Colombia talking about scope. Because we as men so thirsty for beautiful women. That's uncalled for, dog. Fuck that. And I mean it. And I mean it. When I was single, I was just like you dudes. I had women that was up in my face like kiki cat. But y'all in the new Medellin. Y'all wasn't in the, you dudes are not in the Medellin that I was in, that Ace Live was in, that Marwa was in. That Medellin is gone. Y'all Medellin, when I came to Cali, completely different. That Cali, gone. If you want to be on effery, it's waiting for you. I wish I could put it any other way, guys. I wish I could make it seem like, oh, man, it's not that bad. See, they tripping on Colombia. No, they ain't. They ain't lying. For dudes that want to come to Colombia and be on fuckery, this ain't the country for you. Go to DR. Yes, brethren. Go take your ass back to DR. Yes. Thailand, There you go. Tanzania. Yeah, some of y'all scooting down to Peru now. Scoot your happy ass down. Colombia is not made for fuckery. It's not made for you dudes that want to come. It used to be, yes, it was. Now, if you want fuckery, it is dangerous. Number 2, Colombia is not made for bored men. If you are bored easily, you gonna get got. Because you're not looking for quality women. You get bored easily. Oh man, no time to be looking. Man, I'm only here for 5 days, man. I'm here to party. Cool. Dudes that get bored easily is the ones that get got, just like the brother in the video last week. Colombia ain't the country for you if you want them dudes that get bored easy. 3, if you think that just because she got a big butt and a smile that she's a good woman in Colombia, you going to the wrong country. You need to keep on going to Thailand, bro. Keep on heading to Vietnam, going over them cuties over there in Philippines. Keep on going over there to them ladies. Colombia is not the country where you want to come to and think just because she got a big booty, then her name is going to be Miss Nice Nice. She's going to be baking coffee. She's going to be making coffee and baking cookies for you. That Colombia is gone. Gone. When dudes say, I'm not coming to Colombia, you shouldn't. A lot of you dudes that come here, you ain't built for this. And you try to play tough like, yes, I am. Bruh, I'll tell you how you ain't built for this. Because you easily influenced by your boy and fuck boy YouTubers. Anytime fuck boy YouTubers can still convince y'all to use apps, you ain't built for Colombia. Anytime your boys can introduce you to females and y'all jumping into cars that, like my man did, that a female recommend, you ain't ready for Colombia. I got us a taxi. No, bitch. I'll get us a taxi. Hell no. Ain't no you getting us a taxi. I'll get us a taxi. I'll get the Uber. I know how to use the InDriver app like you do too, bitch. Ain't no, bitch. You won't be getting me this day. Where you work at? I'll meet you at your job for lunch. That's me. See, y'all think I'm playing? Oh, no, bruh. I was meeting chicks at the job for lunch. I got to see you walking out your job on lunch break. I need you to tell me, Andrea, I need to skedaddle because my lunch break is almost over. I would see y'all like to get chicks at night. No, I'm a daytime dude. Where you say you work at? I'll come pick you up or I'll bring your lunch to you. Oh, you ain't got no job? You can't get no dig. No job, no dig. I wouldn't mess with broke chicks in the States, and I refuse to mess with broke chicks in another country. You brothers can compromise all you want. Call me uppity, call Andre old, call me bougie, but call me alive. Call Andre been living in Colombia for 6 years, ain't had no issue. Call me that. You can say whatever you dudes want. Man, y'all old dudes, so y'all know what y'all talking about. Oh, listen, just because I'm 78 years old, tomorrow I'll be 63. That don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing. I wasn't messing with no broke bitch in the States, and I dang sure ain't gonna mess with no broke bitch here. I wasn't bringing no prostitutes in my house in the States. I ain't never brought no pay-for-play chick in my house in the States. I done bust my butt, got this house, finally went on ahead, kicked out that $400,000, got the house. I'm living in the suburbs. I'm feeling good. I'm about to get me another house in the inner city, and I'm about to bring a prostitute in? In my house? What I got with my hard-earned money? Oh, hell no. And y'all gonna bring prostitutes in your Airbnb, your house, while you in Colombia, and you ain't never brought one in your house in the States, and you think that this ain't gonna go sideways? You keep on listening to them YouTubers. What did T.I. say in that song, T.I. and Tip? He say, boy, y'all keep on listening to them rappers. They're going to have your ass in jail. You keep on listening to them rappers. They're going to have your ass in jail. I'm telling you, man, Colombia is an amazing country. There is no reason why people say it has broke the record of 8.5 million visitors here. That's not coincidental. It's not coincidental that Colombia ranks in the top 5 most beautiful countries in the world. That's not coincidental. It's not coincidental that Colombia has some of the best medical ranking number 36 in the world of 104 developed countries, and the United States is number 70. I just looked it up last week. The World Health Organization said United States health system is number 70. Colombia is number 36. United States used to be number 37 for 10 years. Look how far it's dropped when it comes to medical. It's not a coincidence that a lot of us have come down here, moved silently, like my one brother said, moved silently, and we've been living in Colombia, no issues, ain't nobody getting robbed, drugged, thugged, none of that mess. Y'all come down here for 4 days, 5 days, 2 weeks, and y'all get got. And you wonder why us dudes that's been here for 6, 7, 8 years looking at y'all like, what are you doing? And then y'all talk about us dudes that been here for years as if we don't know what we're talking about. I know one thing, and one thing for sure. Even though I've been here for 6 years, I'm going to end it with this before we go to the super chats. Even Andre, if I break the rules, I can get got. If I'm in neighborhoods where I shouldn't be in, I can get got. If I take a chick that's a pay for play, let's say Andrea and her mom are going to go on a trip out of the city. They're hanging out. It's just Dre here. And I bring a pay for play up in here. And I get got. And I met the pay for play on the app. Not just a regular pay for play, app pay for play. And I'd have brought it up in my house. If Andre get got, I broke the rules, right? So no matter how long I've been here, just like the brother said in the video, he's been in Medellin for years. He said, I knew better. No matter if I know better or he knows better. If we break the rules, or even if you know better. If you break the rules, you get the results. Play stupid games, get stupid prizes. We all know that. Shout out to my man Tommy for that one. Play stupid games, get stupid prizes. It never fails. Do not forget September, guys. September. Because once September happens in Colombia, every year, all hell breaks loose when it comes to scamming dudes. See, this is exactly why. Shout out to my brother. Yeah, man. Spending Colombia. Were you in Colombia, South Carolina, North Carolina? Colombia in the state of Washington? What Colombia are you talking about? Shout out to you, brother. I know what you mean. Shout out to my man Timothy in the building, representing. He said, I'll send a super chat for him to respond like that. Shout out to you, Richard. He said, my Dominican wants me to move there and get married. It's up to you, brother. It's up to you. If you feel that she's the one and she's a good woman and you feel like you're a marriage type of dude, it's all up to you. Let the decision be up to you, not to her. I'm going to say this again. When it comes to marriage, we know that the decision is up to you, just like the decision is up to her to have sex with you. She made that decision. Hey, I'm attracted to you. Let's get intimate. So it is when it comes to marriage. It is your decision. Now, I don't care how many times she scream and cry and holler. I don't care if she give you an ultimatum. Listen, I'm going to give this fire head to the next American if you don't marry me. I guess what? You'll be letting the next dude suck your dick because you're not going to force me into marrying you. So at least, my brother, let the decision be yours. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart, because that's who should be making the decision when it comes to marriage, the man and not the woman. Shout out to you, man, in regards to that. My man Richard once again said, he said, I would rather pay a couple $100 for my Dominicana, which you probably are doing, believing that she is loyal to me, of course, because that's what you are doing. That's why you're sending the money. No dude sending money to the Dominican Republic to a chick that he don't believe that she being loyal. You sending the money because you think that she loyal. And I'm not saying you in general. I'm just saying that's why guys send it. I mean, you specifically. To me, living with my ex, compared to me living with my ex, who was cheated on, who cheated on me and abused me. Well, I can understand the difference between the two, but just make sure that you got your therapy, went through your healing, and you're not comparing these two ladies to each other, because one, let's put it like this: you don't want one to be a placebo medication. You don't want the Dominican girl like, see, I got me a Dominican girl. She ain't nothing like Keisha LaWanda crazy, yeah. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Let the Dominican girl, if you're going to make a judgment call, especially to marry her, make the judgment call to be just because of she has those qualities, not because she has the opposite qualities of your ex. I'm marrying Maria because you ain't in. No, don't do that. Don't do that, brother. Take it from an older dude at the ripe old age of 89. I'll be 51 tomorrow. I'm telling you, you don't want to do that. Shout out to you, Rich. Shout out to you for being here in your comments. My man Mike T is in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to Mike. He said, I got to show my support for the channel. Keep dropping those gems, Andre. He said that cat must have been must have been talking about Colombia. See, he's misspelling Colombia, yes, in South Carolina, because the last time I checked, he said Colombia with 2 O's is spelled with 2 O's. See you in June. Yes, sir, brother. I'll see you in June. Shout out to you, Mike. It's a few of you brothers coming to June, man. Listen, man, let me get that list together, man. Even my uncle coming down in June. So it'll be a few of y'all here. Shout out to my man Dave once again. He said, I can't stress it enough, fellas. Listen to Andre. The brother lives there and stay off the damn apps. You've been warned. You know, I have my glasses on, so guys, work with me. You've been warned. I know, man, that a lot of guys don't like me. Let's be real. Off camera. Cameras go off. A lot of dudes don't like Dre. A lot of YouTubers. Man, I'm not exact, dude. There's 2 sides to every coin. There's 2 sides to every bridge. Andre and I stood on this side of the bridge by ourselves for the longest. When nobody doing YouTube videos about being a couple, falling in love in Colombia, how to get real estate, how to medical insurance, nothing. It was just us by ourselves on this side of the bridge, and we believed that someday guys would on that side of the bridge, because every YouTuber was doing party videos and we're the ones and the ladies, and we knew that one day, true story, we knew that one day guys would say, I like Colombia. What do I do to stay here and live here? And slowly dudes start trickling to this side of the bridge, because they say, okay, I know I can party, and the party is jumping over there. And me and Andre stood here for like 2 or 3 years, and wasn't nobody over here with us, just us. Nobody was telling you about the quality apps like Rappi and getting cash. I just ordered cash. I just ordered $100 from Rappi being delivered by on the motorcycle just a couple hours ago. Nobody was talking about that. They were telling you about going to the bank and get money and this and that. I'm like, you ain't got to go to the bank. You can order cash. You ain't got to go to the ATM no, man. Dude, I ain't been to the ATM. Dude, it's been over a year. Why? I have my cash delivered to me. And you can too. And so we stood here on our side of the bridge, and we knew that someday guys would say, so how do I live in Colombia? And how can I live safe? And where are all the deals? And where are the hospitals? And is there Amazon there? And blah, 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 blah. And we had all the information waiting for dudes. And we're still like that. I'm not saying that we're better than any content creator. I'm not spewing that lie. But I am saying that we're different. And we give a fuck. And a lot of content creators, all they care about is the views and so forth. And they really don't give a fuck. As long as they get 1 million views off you dudes, that's all they need. And we ain't got no 1 million views. And we still made $500,000. I'll say it again. We ain't never had 1 million view video ever. We ain't never had one video on 5 YouTube channels ever go viral. The closest we got was 500,000. And we still made $500,000. So when dudes sit back and they don't listen, that's on them, man. But we tell it because we give a damn. Shout out to my man Darth in the building with the 199. He say wise words. We are of the same mind, brother Dre. Yeah. A lot of us here are of the same mind. Shout out, we got 102 people in the building. Click that like button because we already know.
Oprah coming next. Once I establish this as a place of truth, oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Shout out to all the 73-year-olds. I'll be 70 tomorrow. He said your age been changing since Wednesday. He said I want 20 years. He said I want 20s again with 50 with the knowledge of 50s. You know what? No, y'all can have 20s because I was working for somebody else in 20s. I don't care how wise I was. Most of us in our 20s will be working for somebody else. It'll be a few of us have businesses, but if I was 20, I'd be working for somebody. Damn that. I can't go. And I love my 50s. I won't even some of my favorite years. If I could say my favorite era right now, I could say my 50s. And somebody said, man, a lot of people have said life doesn't begin until you hit 50s because all of a sudden all the puzzle pieces are together and you start to really understand life for what it is. And you start to have that appreciation because you're not old yet, but you're not as young as you used to be. I'm not saying anything against young people, but since I hit 63, I'll be 52 tomorrow. Man, listen. And the reason why I just started joking about my age, because there's been a couple of younger YouTubers in their 30s and 40s that have been criticizing some of the older content creators. Oh, man, y'all some old dudes. Y'all know now the world has changed. I'm like, okay. I embrace me being 73. I'll be 89 tomorrow. I embrace getting this age. Like I said before, all you content creators that's young and y'all criticize older dudes, there is no rule that everybody your age gonna get this to this age. If you 33, all 33-year-olds don't get to be this age. If you are 47, all 47-year-olds don't get to be this age. Only a few. In the immortal words of Kanye West, I wasn't supposed to make it past 25. Joke's on you, I'm still alive. Yeah, let's get back to this video. Shout out to you guys. Yeah. He said your age changed since Wednesday. Yeah, them 20s, man. Ugh. Working. Plus, hey, in my 20s, I was in the feds. So do I really want the 20s back? All of my 20s, think about it. I'm in the feds for 10 years. Do I really want my 20s back? I miss Wu-Tang Clan. I miss Barry Sanders. I didn't get a chance to see none of the Wu-Tang Clan. No Barry Sanders. I miss all of Tupac. I didn't get a chance to join no Biggie. I wasn't on the streets for the OJ trial. Come on, do I really want my 20s back? All of Jerry Springer era, I'm in the Fed. I didn't get a chance to see Barry run, Barry Sanders running. Oh yeah, no, man. Give me my 50s. Y'all can keep my 20s. Shout out to you guys. This is a good video. Let's get back to this one. And make sure I'm going to drop the link once again. Make sure you guys continue to support my man Obi Land. Dropping that link. Make sure you subscribe. We got 118 people in here. There's no reason why we're not subscribing and supporting this brother and what he does to support us on a continual basis. So make sure that you guys click that link. I just dropped it twice. Let's get back to this video because we got quite a bit to go to.
I've got the little guy in like a headlock, and I've got the Supreme pen, and I'm kind of stabbing him in the face and head, but not like.
Have you got that pen? Is that?
not intentionally anywhere specifically.
I'm saying, have you got the pen on you right now?
No, I don't. I'll tell you why. Because like, if you know what you're doing with it, you could really fucking kill someone quite easily. I wasn't trying to kill anyone, but I was also, I guess, pretty fucking mad.
Trying to defend yourself. You're fighting for your life.
I'm streaming with blood. He's streaming with blood. The other guy's there with the gun, like not doing anything. The girl walks out and she's like, Dio, no. So like.
Oh, so the girl came back out.
So that's the next time I saw her from the first time I saw them. So I'm like shirtless, blood everywhere. Fucking shit's wrecked. Dude's bleeding. She walks out. She's screaming, "Uncle, uncle, no!" And I still don't know if she means like she was sad that he was getting fucked up with that.
Pause. Did this female say Theo? Theo, no? For all of you that know, and those of you that don't know, Theo in Spanish is uncle. So she got her uncle in on this. He getting stabbed up. And she just in the kitchen making arepas in tilapia. Let's get back to the video.
They got it to the stage with me where I was getting, I don't know, probably for him, right? But still, she obviously wasn't happy about it. Like, which is another strange thing, by the way. Just it was more of the lead up to the story. I told her I trained like martial arts and guns, and she said I was like really big and talked about like I look like a fit. I'm like, well, I work out. Do you want to come into the MMA gym with me? So it's like.
Why would she?
If you're gonna choose someone to fucking kidnap, why choose like the dude who
I know, but
sounds like on paper he's probably not the best option. We're not some fat old guy.
This is the thing, right? Like, because sometimes these people, they're opportunists.
Yeah,
that's what it is, right? Because they know exactly, like, okay, this guy, he's like this. He's really like, not just you. I'm saying even I've had incidences with myself where. You tell a person, you tell a woman, you tell a guy, a Colombian, hey, this is what I'm really like. And they still want to try. They still want to, they still want to see if you're really about that life. You understand? Like, okay, they see, for instance, that in a situation, for instance, okay, I tell a girl, listen, like, if someone steals from me, listen, it's not going to end up well for them. Blah, 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 blah. I actually do find them. I live over here. I'm not just here on vacation. And then they.
Well, you speak Spanish, right?
Yeah, I speak Spanish. Yeah. But they still try. It does in their mind. I am.
Gringo.
Yeah. In their mind, I am a gringo. So anyway, going back to your story. So the girl comes out. She goes Tio, which means uncle, no uncle. Tio, no.
Like, Tio, no. So who fucking knows? That is the last time I remember seeing her. I think I lose the pen. He grabs the pen. I start trying to do a rear naked choke with blood everywhere. Doesn't work. Slip over. I think maybe you've broken the glass table by this time, so there's glass everywhere. Then I try and do a triangle, which I'm worse at and is even harder. Just, I don't know, but I think just the fact the whole time I was wrestling with him, keeping him in front of me was probably a good thing compared to the other guy with the gun, him not really knowing what to do.
So when you were wrestling with the guy, like you kind of had him, he was almost like a shield for you. So the guy with the gun couldn't.
Yeah, pretty much the whole time I tried to keep it like that.
So he didn't want to risk possibly shooting his.
Whenever he did shoot, it was like right up, like so close that if he'd done it to my head, I'd be dead.
Right.
So it seemed also, I didn't ever get the impression they were trying to kill me. Like they were trying to do what they wanted to do, and I was like, you're not going to do that. But we both had a very clear pass, and maybe it could have gone, I don't know, it could have gone wrong if I'd fucked them up more, I guess. But so at that stage, fall on the ground, jiu-jitsu's not working for me. I managed to pop back up, and then I just start like everything that's not tied down. So I like throw the table at them, all the chairs, using the chairs to like hit them and push them back more into the living room. They got the chair at me, they hit me with the chair. I had like a full, my mate thought maybe my ribs were broken, but they weren't. I just had like the full square mark of the chair there. So I get him into the living room, and this is the weird thing as well. I think the fight stopped again. I just bought these Air Force One Fresh 07, which is like the all leather. They're supposed to never crease, but I've worn them like motorbiking and horse riding. So they were kind of a bit fucked up before the fight. One came off during the fight. There's, I think, the big guy with the gun there, standing near the door trying to stop me getting out. And he was cool. I just like walk over, pick up the shoe, looking at him, put it on the sofa, do up the laces. Oh, and before that happened,
what fight is this?
after the wrestling bit, I remember just like there, just like bending over, like breathing hard. Going, oh, this is why there's rounds in fights, because I need a fucking break. Like, I'm old, I live at sea level, even like walking upstairs here, because we're a bit elevated, I get out of breath, and I've been partying hard.
So I think it was really clear then that they didn't want to kill you, right? They wanted to kidnap you.
Yeah.
So because if you're taking breaks in between, then it's like they're trying to grab you. They're trying to.
Yeah, they were trying to, you know, dominate.
So, and they thought essentially that you're going to be compliant.
Yeah, I think they just thought the guns would win it.
Yeah, yeah. Which it would for any regular normal.
It definitely should. Guns are fucking scary things. They kill very easily. Okay. Even 22s up close. Like, yeah, it's. If someone wanted to kill you with that, you'd be very dead very quickly.
And it's ironic that they were already in the apartment waiting. So,
I mean, I guess you had been messaging them telling them that I was coming. They were all prepped and ready. Like, that was their trap house, 100%. I'm sure they just paid for it in cash. Her number stopped working right away. Like, I messaged, so I guess we're not going to go out again.
Have you got any pictures of her? Or?
Yeah, I'll post them on the Reddit thing. I can.
Yeah, can you send it to me? And
so again, the fight is like on and off. I've managed to recover my shoe, but I'm still like covered in blood, shirtless, shirts on my head. I think the other guy, the little guy, maybe came back again. And then I started grabbing like everything. Like I think I got the TV and hit him and threw it at him. And just everything that wasn't tied down, I just started using as a weapon. But by this time, I'm in the living room. And he's like kind of pushed back up against the door almost because I'm throwing so much shit at them. And then I just immediately like grab the curtains, the blinds. So I ripped down the blinds, and then we're street level, and the hamburger shop with all these people is directly across the road, and people are looking at us, and there's people just walking by as well. And I mean, I'm sure they saw the big Louis Blanco gringo come in, like I stand out wherever I go here, right? And they must have heard the commotion. There's multiple gunshots, and everything's getting broken. Obviously, they don't want to get involved, like it's not their business. Fair enough. But as soon as it's there, I'm just like this big, half-naked, covered in blood and tattoos dude in a destroyed apartment, and two guys no longer have masks on because they've been fighting, both with guns. They just kind of do like a classic, I don't know, like look at the people, look at each other, and they just bounce.
Did they go off in a bike or in a car or?
No, so I remember one guy was gone, and I can remember the big guy struggling with the outside gate, and I went to pick up a pop plant, and I was like, I'm gonna smash it over his head. And I'm thinking, oh, I'll probably get shot. It's like, I'll throw it at his head. Not realizing really, I think that I've been shot in the arm. So my thought of throwing it at his head, it just like fell weakly at the ground by his feet. And he looked at me, and then they just ran. Like there's no bikes or anything. I mean, they probably live in Medellin and have their spot somewhere else they could get to easily, right?
Yeah. And then after that, you didn't see the girls. Everybody basically just left.
I immediately grabbed my bag, which I was surprised was still there, and went straight across the road to the hamburger shop and said, Policia, bandidos, ambulancia, por favor, and they gave me some water, and I just sat there like trying to like patch myself up with tissues and clothes.
Tú no tienes cámara.
¿Cámara?
Sí.
No. No mi casa.
At his head, it just like fell weakly at the
Let's
ground
look
by
them
his
walls,
feet.
man.
And he looked at me, and then they just ran. Like there's no bikes or anything. I mean, they probably live in Medellin and have their spot somewhere else they could get to easily, right?
Yeah.
Because.
And then after that, you didn't see the girls. Everybody had basically just left.
I immediately grabbed my bag, which I was surprised was still there, and went straight across the road to the hamburger shop and said, you know, Policia, bandidos, ambulancia, por favor, and just they gave me some water, and I just sat there like trying to like patch myself up with tissues and clothes.
¿Dónde tienes la cámara tú aquí? Tú no tienes cámara.
¿Cámara?
Sí. ¿No?
No mi casa. ¿Esa es casa o Benditos casa? No mi casa.
Vamos.
Amiga, ¿no este?
No hay nadie.
Amigos,
Te van a
¿quién
amordazar.
a mí?
Vamos, que tú eres un berraco de puta que no te dejaste robar.
Mi estilo.
Ay, no te estoy diciendo. Acá tiene que venir civil. Amigo, salga para no te.
¿Sí?
Sí, ya las tengo. No la. Vamos para que te atiendan, vamos. Gringo, vamos. ¿Qué buscas, gringo?
Crazy.
¿Qué pasó?
Este.
¿Qué pasó, men? ¿Qué pasó?
No.
¿Qué buscas?
Ok.
Vamos para que te atiendan. Vamos, mira el bolso. Llévatelo. Vamos a llevarte más a la clínica.
And then the cops came. I think it was motorbike cops. And then they're out with guns going in, checking the building. Then they asked me to go in. So I go in with the sole purpose to find my fucking Supreme pen, which I also know during the fight the cap came off. So I'm looking for both the pen and the cap, and I'm moving everything that's broken and kicking it, and I'm filming it at the same time.
Have you got the actual footage of all of that stuff?
I can send you that as well. I had like maybe fucking 80 mil. I had like no cash on me. What I have a $800 watch, a $1,000 phone, a $3,000 laptop. I was like, if they tried to rob me, they would have got so much shit. I had way less than that in my bank account. It like wouldn't even been worth it. But they took the money was gone. So I guess somewhere they had enough time to consciously go, oh well, this isn't working out. Let's get 80 mil. But the motherfuckers took my pen. So that's why I don't have the pen, because that was literally the only thing they stole from me.
Right.
Yeah.
So you said you and the police went back to the apartment. You're looking for your pen, right? After that, what happened next?
I mean, I just kept on saying hospitalidad. They chucked me in the back of the police car, and I just lay down because I was fucked up and, you know, shock, adrenaline, bleeding from like 6 holes in my body. I probably concussed. I had to like brace myself. So I'm not even seeing where we're going, and they're driving fast with sirens, and it's like it's swaying loads. So
right. So the account from your guy, your friend, he said that they took you to a hospital, and the first hospital was kind of shit.
So this is the closest hospital. This is like the main hospital in Berlin, and I was not really of any kind of state of mind to be paying attention other than to get in, get checked in as soon as possible, give them my ID so they could get me some attention. For some weird reason, I started getting like crazy ass hay fever that did not leave for like 24 hours. As soon as I went to that hospital, I was basically allergic to that hospital. And I eventually go see the nurse, and I think she gives me 1 piece of gauze for like I'm bleeding like multiple places. I'm leaving a pool of blood everywhere I sit just because I'm bleeding out my ass. And she put a bit of gauze on my arm. And then I went back in the waiting room, and I was just like out of it. When like my mate said he's coming, I was like, cool, I'm just waiting for you. That's all I'm doing. Trying to get water and stuff. Some Colombian chick starts talking to me, like trying her English and stuff. And I don't know, I was there for like maybe an hour. My friend comes, he grabs me like
Then you guys went to a second hospital.
Yeah, but so I don't know if he said it and they repeated it, or they said it and he again came and said the same thing. But they were like, he's like, we should go to a different hospital. They're like, yeah, you should go to a different hospital. I was like, cool. Someone sorted out, because I wasn't really by that stage really able to, like, with the adrenaline wearing off with the shock.
So at what time of the day? What time of the day did this?
I sent a video. I was across the road at the hamburger shop bleeding. That video I sent at like 1:30 p.m. That was maybe 3, I think.
So from when you, from when they attempted to kidnap you to when you left, that was 2 hours. Am I getting the story wrong, right? Because your friend said you guys went to.
I was basically bleeding for 5 hours. It was the police came to do whatever they did. I'm not sure how long that took, or it took them to get me to the hospital. But so I sent the video at 1:30. I'm definitely at the other hospital by 2. It took Phil at least an hour. So the earliest we're out of there is 3 p.m.
Right.
So we're just bleeding the whole time. He looks at the best hospital in Poblado. We go to that. He's like, we're both feeling bad for the taxi driver, because I'm going to leave a lot of blood in your car. Put my shirt down to bleed on that instead. Taking selfies the whole time. Like, I don't know why I'm getting the energy halfway through to do this, but it seemed funny to me at the time. We get to the next hospital, check in, and this is a nice looking hospital. Like, it made me feel better already, but by this time, I guess I'm still bleeding, right? So, and I hadn't eaten that day. I was like fasting, just had the coffee. So I'm either feeling like I'm gonna pass out or throw up and leaving trail blood. And then they finally get to see me. And they're like, well, these are all the stages, the levels of the cost of how much it is, and we can explain to us. Like, just do the expensive one, the quickest one, let's just go. So as I think you heard that story from Phil, did you? You heard the audio recording?
Bear with me a second. Just trying to sort out the light over here.
But yeah, we were basically in that hospital for another 3 hours.
We're trying to sort out the lighting. I think.
I
think that's perfect.
There we go.
Do you still get any background? Like, is the background blown out, or is it nice?
Yeah, your face is blurring out.
I don't care about that.
your face is blurring out, or maybe it could be because I'm staring too much into. Right.
Everything's blurry to me right now, anyway.
Right. So go on. Go ahead. Let's continue.
Buenas noches.
Buenas noches.
Yeah, so we're at the good hospital, and I guess it takes maybe another 3 hours to, like, we agree to just pay the biggest one, whatever, quickest, let's do it. I don't know how much longer it took after that, but I know there was a lot of waiting, and then they did maybe 5 x-rays and 1 or 2 CT scans, and that was 3 hours in total. And then finally they someone to, like, patch me up and saw me bleeding. Prior to that, they had someone follow me around with a mop, and like a cleanup bucket, and mopping up blood after me. I was like, why are you missing all patch this shit? I'm pretty sure it doesn't affect that x-ray. Yeah, so that was super fun.
Okay, so check this out, right? So I'm here yesterday in Poblado, right?
Before Obi continues on, someone asked me a question. I'm going to answer this one real quick because it's important. And he asked the question of, he said, Andre, greetings from Chi-Town, them Chi-Town boys. Let me see if I got a drop for Chi-Town. All right, them Chi-Town boys in the building. He says, where do the Canadians age groups of 40 to 60 hang out at respectfully? When it comes to, it depends. And the reason why, and it means, people older, a lot of them hang out in of course, the salsa clubs or sporting events. A lot play golf. A lot are bowlers are down here that are bowlers. You've got a lot of individuals that also hang out in regards to us Americans. We hang out in this spot that I'm about to post. and it's called Rico Rich. So if you come to Colombia, if you're coming to Cali, and you're looking to be around guys that are around that age from 40 to 60, and many of us are mature American brothers and others, as well as mature Colombians, that's where you want to go to. It's in Granada area. I just posted the Instagram as well as the address. It is a spot that is owned by a brother from Atlanta. So it's Black owned, straight from the States. Real cool dude. I'm always there. They got some great catfish. I had lionfish last week. Bruh, if you haven't had lionfish, I didn't know lionfish taste so much like lobster because they kind of eat the same type of shrimps. And so it's crazy. Lionfish, you want your butter sauce just like with lobster because it has the same texture and it has that same taste as a lobster. And so they got great seafoods, great drinks. So if you guys go to their Instagram, you'll get a chance to enjoy it. And it's really close. It's not even a 15-minute drive. It's on the north side. Not even 15-minute drive for me to get there. And I'm always over there meeting people from everywhere. And they have 4 Airbnbs that are right over the club. So if you're a brother and you look for Airbnb and you want to rent a spot from other brothers that are down here that's in a really nice area, that is my man Doug, who owns Rico Rich. Really nice spot. And a lot of us older, mature guys go there. I was just there a couple of days ago hanging out with my man Keith Dre, real cool dude that's been here several times. And so I was hanging out with him, and I met another brother there from Australia. And we all was there for the Super Bowl party, and we just was there watching the Lakers get beat by Denver. So we just watched that. So yeah, definitely, it's really, really a good spot to go to. If it were me, I kid you not, this would definitely be one of my number one spots to hang out at in Cali. I kid you not, because like I say, it's owned by brothers. It's all of us always down there anyway. And yet it's that mature audience. And so you'll meet mature Colombians, Caleños down in that area as well. And the ladies do show up too. So just in case you guys are wondering, it's not all dudes. Yeah, it'd be some nicey up in there. So that's the cool part about it. And it's a sports bar as well. And he plays stuff like neo soul music. He plays old school hip hop from the 90s, not necessarily clubbing music, but he'll play stuff like Outkast, Wu-Tang Clan, stuff like that you like, okay, for us mature hip hop heads. So it's a really, really good spot to go to. So if you guys are coming to Cali, there is no way that you guys should not be hitting up that spot right there. Shout out to you guys, Uriah, being in the building. Shout out to you being here. Let's get back to the video. At least we know that the guy he went to the hospital. First hospital didn't work. Second hospital didn't work. So he definitely made it to, the second hospital worked. So now he's at the point of telling his story, and Obi-Land has some questions for him. Shout out once again to Obi-Land. And make sure you guys subscribe. I'm going to say this real quick before I go into the video. You know how you go on a YouTube channel and they say, hey, I just dropped the link. Subscribe to so-and-so channel. And maybe 2 people subscribe. Let's not do that tonight. I'm serious. We got 100 people in here right now. There is no way in the world Obi-Land should not see his subscriber count going up by tomorrow morning. There is no way in the world we should not support Black male media with only by subscribing and clicking the notification bell. So let's make sure we do that for the brother tonight. If you haven't done it, make sure you subscribe. I've been dropping the link all night long. Make sure you subscribe to the brother's channel, as well as make sure you subscribe to Obi-Land and click that notification bell so you can get the notifications for his up and coming videos. Let's not be like everybody else. Just wait for the next person to subscribe. Let's be the ones to go ahead and subscribe to the person's channel. Let's get back to the video. Shout out to you guys, man. You guys are great.
Time's about 1 a.m., I think. Right?
Probably, yeah.
I've got work, right? Because I'm on London time. I got work. And then I bump into this guy. He's 6'2" or something with tons of tattoos. He's sitting right now in front of me, but I meet him yesterday. He's having the greatest time of his life. He looks as if he's been drinking.
I had been drinking.
And I'm thinking to myself, hang on a second. Wasn't this guy just like almost kidnapped like a couple of weeks, like about 10 days ago? Why are you still here? Like most normal, if most normal people who are rational, who are thinking,
Thanks, guys,
would have been like, you know what, fuck it. This was close. Why I'm leaving the country. I'm leaving Colombia. Why are you still here in Colombia?
That's a very valid and legitimate question that a lot of my friends ask me. Because I mean, I love it here, man. This is like one of the best cities you'll ever come to in your entire life. It's got everything I love, and I still think about moving here. I am aware of the dangers. I know that is a literal possibility. I have heard the stories. I've heard about, you know, that Vietnamese American guy who died from the girls over scopamining him. Like I know, I was staying at Seoul and 2 guys got scopamine there, and they have a security desk that checks everyone in. They wouldn't even let our Canadian Colombian friend, who is like, she looks Colombian, but she's very much Canadian, right? Like, but eventually they did. Yeah, I don't know. Like I was stupid. I put a post on Reddit, which apparently got taken down by the mods. It was.
Let's go back for a
my
second.
Friends asked me. Because I mean, I love it here, man. This is like one of the best cities you'll ever come to in your entire life. It's got everything I love, and I still think about moving here. I am aware of the dangers. I know that is a literal possibility. I have heard the stories. I've heard about, you know, that Vietnamese American guy who died from the girls over scopamining him. Like I know, I was staying at Seoul and 2 guys got scopamine there, and they have a security desk that checks everyone in. They wouldn't even let our Canadian Colombian friend, who is like, she looks Colombian, but she's very much Canadian, right? Like, but eventually they did. Yeah, I don't know. Like I was stupid. I put a post on Reddit, which apparently got taken down by the mods. It was respectful. It wasn't shitting on anyone or the country. Yeah, I did all the wrong things. Like there were so many red flags.
So, but my point is, you know, this is a great country. You know, we enjoy it over here, but you've just been through something which is like really traumatic for most people.
Yeah.
And,
I mean,
and let's be fair. Look at the view here. This is Medellin. This is Pablo Escobar's city, right?
So I'm on the 15th floor up there, and like the lightning storms you see
Yeah,
over there,
I
just
saw
the whole
the
thing like flashing.
Yeah, I saw the lightning
It's so
storms.
dope.
Right. So why are you not scared? Like, you know, like how I recognize you on the street. Are you not scared that these people could like recognize you? Like, you know, you probably injured one of them, and they could like want to take retaliation on you or something.
I have thought about that. I think they'd probably be more scared of getting caught. I have actually gone out a couple of times to the same place I met that girl, but I don't think she'd be that stupid to go there again, because.
Does she probably think that you left back to?
Well, that's what
home?
I think. I was like, I'm wondering if eventually she will go back there, which is another reason why I was like posting photos of her on Reddit, which is the same photos I gave to the police. But I mean, the police is like a whole other thing that probably should be discussed as well. But yeah, so why did I stay here? I mean, I know what not to do. And that was just a very, very strong reminder of things I already know, that I've warned a ton of other guys I've met who've just come here for the first time. Like you don't go to girls' houses, you bring them to your place. You have control over the environment, over your drinks. You don't leave drinks unattended. Like you need to have security and check people in with ID. And some people go to the extreme of like taking the girl's phone and locking it in their safe. I would like double lock my guest in and then hide the key, lock the key in the safe, and always, even if I know them and trust them, probably still always have my fresh beer with me everywhere I go into the toilet. Like I'm just usually overly cautious, and I just conned myself. But she was really good. There was so many layers of like not being in any way suggestive or sexual, and having what apparently seemed like connections of liking the same shit. I don't know if.
Let's pause for a second. He said something that the last brother said. The last brother that we watched his video with Obi Land, when the brother, remember he said it wasn't even sexual attraction. It was, I thought the person was cool. I thought the person was just good people. I wasn't even looking at him like that. And it's kind of funny that this guy is saying the exact same thing. This brother's saying that he's saying, listen, at that time period, we just hanging. You know, I'm not thinking like, yeah, I'm about to smash this one. So what's my point? We've got two major incidences where men are dropping, like Uriah said, not using their common sense. And even though this is a common theme, that it doesn't necessarily have to be somebody that you're sexually into or sexually attracted to, or you may be attracted to them, but you're not in the mode of, you know, trying to get with them sexually at that moment. You know, a lot of guys think that, well, it's just the dudes that's dealing with women because they looking for sex, they thirsty. A lot of times it's not. Dudes are saying it, that they're not necessarily being thirsty. They're just basically saying, you know what? I broke my own rules. My man is admitting everything. He said, I did everything that I told other guys not to do, and I did it. I kid you not, man. When we're gonna go back to the rest of the video because there's quite a bit left. I kid you guys not. If you, based off the experiences that I've seen from city to city, now you guys know I've been into at least 25 to 27 cities and towns throughout this country. The one thing that I can say that is common theme and it's not hard to do, just use the same common sense that you use back home. I mean, literally, that's the one thing that I can say that's a common thread for all of us Westerners. If you use that same sense that you use back home, your chances of getting got in Colombia or any other country, it goes down tremendously. Can you get got? Yes. But is it a high chance? Nope. Nope. Like he said, I'm not going to no strange chick house. He said, what do? I go to a strange chick house in a sketchy neighborhood. So you're going to a strange chick's house in a sketchy neighborhood. Unnecessary when you wouldn't do that in the States. You let some chick to your Airbnb, but you wouldn't let some chick in the States into a total stranger that's pay for play into your crib in the States. You might meet a chick at a club, but you ain't getting no pay for play. You bringing her back to your house in the States. Don't do it in Colombia. You don't trust everybody so easily in the States or in UK or in Canada, do you? No. Don't do it here in Colombia. I kid you not. All the same rules that you walk around with every day in the States by nature, by habit. Use those same habits here. I don't know why people come to Colombia and all of a sudden they think they're in heaven where they could just let down all their inhibitions. No, this is not heaven. It's not hell, but it's not heaven to where you can let down your guard. So as soon as you get off that plane in Colombia, all the things that you normally, naturally do in the States, keep doing those things. And even when you with your boys and they're not doing those things, tell your boys, I'm going this way. Y'all can still go that way. Don't feel bad because you got to tell your boys that you may get off the plane with. That's all right. Nothing wrong with that. But I kid y'all not. That's the one thing that I learned about Colombia. The reason why I haven't gotten got in 6 years is because I use all the common sense that I normally would use in the States. And like I said, these guys weren't even looking for sexual attention from these ladies. Shout out to my man Ali E in the building. He says that the U.S. State Department reports unofficially estimates over 50,000 scopolamine incidents a year in Colombia, the city paper, Bogota. I can see that. I can see that because locals get got, foreigners get got. I can see that. 50,000 people getting scoped, and because most cases don't go televised or reported. They only report it to the hospitals, so the hospitals have the records. See, we would think that the police officers would have the records of somebody getting scoped, or the news would have the records. Nope, the hospitals have the records. 50,000 people, I can see that. That's a lot of people. Yes, there are a lot of people that are letting down their guard, and even locals. Most of the people that get scoped are locals. I want to say that again. It's scope didn't being scopolamine is not something that started with foreigners. They've been scoping locals for the longest. And I tell you who else scope locals. You ready? I'm going to do this video again. Americans. Oh, if you brothers think that you are not getting scoped in the United States while you want to criticize Colombia, we'll take it. We ain't got no problem with you saying what you say about Colombia. But brothers, if you knew all the news headlines that I have pulled up over the last couple of years of women scoping dudes in the United States. Remember the one video I did where the dude got for $600,000 worth of jewelry? Brought the female to his house. She scoped him. Remember the movie that J-Lo and Cardi B did about the strippers, the true story about the strippers that were scoping rich men? There are so many stories, so many headlines. I just did one a couple months ago of a black girl. She would just switch her wigs out and she was scoping dudes throughout Miami. Just scoping white dudes throughout Miami. So when y'all sit back and want to criticize Colombia, stop, bro. Stop. I got too many receipts in the States. Too many receipts in the States. It is ongoing in the States. Ongoing. And they get them. Miami, LA, Texas, the Midwest. I got headlines and newspaper interviews and articles and videos from all over the country, United States. Man, they scoping you dudes. And when J-Lo and them came out with the movie, which was a true story with J-Lo and the Asian girl and Cardi B, and all they was doing was just scoping rich men. The movie called Hustler or Hustlers. So yeah, guys, let's not act like it doesn't happen back home. But the one thing I could say back home is you guys are using your common sense, and then you come here to Colombia and you let your inhibitions down. Don't do that. Use the same sense that you use back home that you would use in Colombia. Yeah. Yep. Dudes be getting got in the States. 600,000. But even with 50,000 people getting got, and we know that most of those are local, I can say this. I don't even know what the percentage is of, let's say all 50,000 were foreigners. I'll say this again. Let's say all 50,000 people that got or scoped were foreigners. That's still a smidgen of a percentage of the 8.3 million. I'll say that again. 8.3 million people last year that came and visited Colombia. That's not even, what is that, a zero? Because somebody calculate that. What's 50,000% of 8.3 million? Can somebody look that up for us? 50,000. What is the percentage of 50,000 of 8.3 million? Thanks for looking it up, guys. I'm wondering what that percentage is. Because let's just say if the even though we know technically it's locals for the most part, let's just say that it was all foreigners. I don't even think that number is so small of a percentile. So it is what it is. But let's get back to the video. If you guys have been looking it up, I might look it up myself while the video is going.
Gave stuff away, or she just picked up on it, or it's just a good guess. Gringos here like me like the gym and like coffee, right? That's not probably a hard thing to guess and say you like it too. The dog, her wanting to come to the gym. I don't know. I just looked like I was definitely a fucking idiot.
I mean, how many? I know the Colombians with dogs, but I mean, it does seem kind of. I mean, if I met a female with a dog, right, I'll be quite trusting of her. To be fair,
right?
Yes, I'll be quite trusting of her. Like if I met a female walking a dog anywhere in the world, I'll be like, this is actually a really decent person. They've got some kind of like a.
And it was a cute ass dog as well. That's a funny thing. I put in the Reddit post the picture of her with the dog. One of the guys said, "Oh, I would have been like right away with the nails. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, look at the dog's nails. They're unclipped and they're like super.
But the dog's nails.
Yeah, and I was like, fuck, you're right. That's not like someone who really looks after a dog. Especially if she's like a nail technician, she should be aware of the dog's nails, right?
Yeah, probably the dog was part of the act.
I mean, they might just borrowed it from someone. Yeah.
Walking the dog and then.
That kind of dog, like that kind of pure
So
breed.
where did you meet her? You met her in Provenza, right?
Yeah, outside Vintrash on Carrera 35.
Right, so she's walking the dog innocently.
No, that was no. She brought the dog to the coffee.
Right, that was the second day.
I didn't meet her with the dog. No, yeah.
Okay.
But the dog kind of just like put me at ease. I was like,
she's a sweet girl.
Yeah, she's talking about the dog, and she acts like all these girls I know who are like really into dogs, who like dogs more than people. So maybe she likes dogs more than people.
So, did she speak English or?
Yeah, she spoke pretty good English. Yeah, like, which I think also helps, right? Because I'm just like trying to. I'm not even like, okay, if I meet a girl, just the fact that she speaks English is cool. Maybe I can make a cool friend. Maybe I'm not going to like date her or hook her with her, but I'm sure she has friends. Just trying to create a social circle and like, you know, build some kind of network with just people. Because for the most part, Colombian people are super cool, super fun, super nice, super friendly, generous. Like, that's another reason I love this place. I love this city specifically for the climate, but I'm into, you know, hip hop, skateboarding, graffiti, weed, like all the shit this city has.
Oh, the hip hop
this country has. But even like reggaeton now, like the new school reggaeton is like 90s hip hop. It's all just like flexing in cars and hot girls and Jordans, and it's like it's all the shit I love.
I tell you what, even something that surprised me is, you know, the Mexican kind of I've forgotten what they're called, rancheros. It's like where, you know, I don't want to like mimic the beat, but it's like it's like the old school Mexican type of
the guys who walk around with the
but now the youths are doing that, right?
Oh, they are?
There's this one called
like a new school style.
Yeah. So they're doing the old school type of stuff. I'll put it in the clip, right? They're doing the old school kind of stuff, but they've all got the blings and everything, and they get millions and millions of views, hundreds of millions of views, right? So it's really big now in Mexico. So it's like the culture now and everything. Anyway,
but like also, you're saying why I didn't leave? Because I love this city for so many reasons, like the food culture, the bar culture. I know I did the wrong thing. I didn't feel particularly mentally traumatized, but I'm definitely really fucking sore. And the thought of like packing my bags or getting on a plane with a bunch of people and touching things, like I was basically just lying. I have been lying on this side for like 2 weeks. So I was very uncomfortable. They didn't give me proper painkillers. They said take acetaminophen and vitamin C. Asked for antibiotics. They didn't give me any. Shit got infected, so I had to go back to the hospital a week later and get antibiotics, which was 3 hours for antibiotics. But during this time, I started self-medicating with some like low milligram oxys, which I just watched Painkiller. So I was like, is this a good idea? And they didn't really do too much. Kind of helped a little bit, but I don't have an addictive personality. And apparently these ones are like the slow release, so it doesn't really, it's not like the ones in the documentary or the Netflix series. But man, like I already paid for a place. It's super cheap here. I live in the most expensive country in the world, which is hot and humid. So I'd just be there having to drive my car to the supermarket to pay hundreds of dollars for a couple of bags of groceries, and it's like super hot. It's like the coast. It's Caribbean, right? So it's the same as Cartagena or any of those places. So another reason I like it here is just because it's just nice. Like I'm chill. So for me, this just seemed like the best idea. Just stay here. Stay at the places that I know are safe. Don't go off with strange girls. Don't go to anywhere I don't know. And just enjoy what I love about this city.
So I guess that was how I was going to wrap it up. I was going to say, what advice can you give people? But you've already, over and over in this conversation, said, that you've made the mistakes, and you've also mentioned how you're aware of how to avoid these mistakes. And for people who've been listening, they know obviously, okay, not to do this, but especially people who are new to Colombia. I'm trying to think if there's any.
It comes down to what your mom told you. Don't trust strangers, right? Exactly. I was like, that's the best rule. I mean, I guess I just thought I got too old. I forgot that rule, but yeah.
I'm trying to see if there's any other further questions before I ask you other stuff not related to this. because we're late. I know.
No. We got time.
But I'm just trying to think on this topic if there's anything else.
I mean,
are you still with everything that's happened? I know I saw you out on the street last night, right? Are you still trustworthy of these chicas here, these women over here? Like, because
I'm definitely much more cautious than I was already cautious enough for the kind of girls I would talk to, but it's definitely made me take a step back. And like any girl, like I was talking to a girl who's like, come meet me. And I was like, I told you some girl tried to kidnap me. Like, I'm gonna meet you in a mall in the daytime. Yeah, so I mean, I've been filtering through, still trying to be on dating apps.
So you using Tinder?
Yeah, Tinder's pretty shit here, I would say. More Bumble, but even then, that doesn't seem that great. I don't know. I hate dating apps. They don't really work for me, and I find Colombian girls pretty hard work.
Yeah, they can be. Okay, listen. Thank you very much for your time and help. Well, not help, but for sharing the information this afternoon and now this evening, nighttime. Hopefully, this is a tale for people to be aware of, the dangers of not listening to mum's advice and following strangers back home, especially cute girls who are walking dogs in Provenza, in Colombia, Medellin.
Fuck yeah.
But yeah, hopefully, the audience and the people who watch this would, find this really informative, and there are going to be lessons learned. Listen, I wish you all the best. Take care of yourself. Be, real careful, cautious in future, and live your best life, man.
So I'm trying to do, man. Yeah, I think it was like one of those kind of wake-up calls that we don't appreciate what we have enough, and you'd lose it in any fucking second. So while not being an idiot making bad decisions, try to just make as many good decisions for yourself, I guess.
Shout out to my man, Obi Land. Shout out to that brother. Make sure that you guys click those subscribe links that I put in the description. Put in the chat. Support this brother. Make sure that that he sees the appreciation that we have for his work that he's putting in. And tonight, how he'll be able to see it is by the movement of the needle regarding his subscriber count. So make sure that we do that. I'm not going to keep you guys long tonight with the long live stream. I just want to. We've been here over an hour and a half. 2.5 hours anyway. But as the guy mentioned before, he said, hey, the things that your mom told you, don't leave with strangers. As I continue to say that, once again, the common sense, the things that you've learned in the States, they apply everywhere. I kid you not. If you just guys apply what you applied before you got on that plane, you will not have any trouble for the most part in Colombia. Every once in a while, somebody runs up on somebody, but for the most part, most of the crimes that we hear about against tourists wouldn't happen. We, a couple of us brothers, shout out to my man Ransom, include myself, we looked up the percentage of individuals that got robbed and scoped in 2023. Let's say it was 50,000 people, and they were all tourists. Of the 8.3 million tourists that came here, of the ones that got scoped was 0.6%. Not 6%, zero. We already moved the decimal points over. It's less than 1%. It's just a little over 0.5% of the individuals that get got. In other words, the other 8.3 million tourists last year, ain't nothing happened to them. That's why people continue to come back to Colombia. That's why people come back to Colombia, because most people that come here don't know anything about these incidents unless they read it on the news. And I kid you not, in all sincerity, if it wasn't for YouTube and local news, I wouldn't have a dog in the fight at all. I wouldn't know anything about this. This would be a whole planet away from me. People get drugged in Colombia? Yeah, you haven't heard? How long have you been here, Andre? 6 years. I've never heard of that. I kid you not. If it wasn't for YouTube and if it wasn't for the local news, I would not know anything about it because I'm a part of the other percentile of that 8.3 million. Some of you guys wonder, where did Andre get this 8.3 million from? You know me. Let me see if I can pull up the receipts. 8.3 million tourists. Here we go. Let me see if it pull up. 8.3 million tourists to Colombia in 2023. My microphone wasn't working for that one. Okay, but let's go back. Let's see if I can pull this up. 8.3 million. There we go. Let's see if they pull it up for me. I'm trying to pull this article up. Cartagena, 24% increase. Oh, let's see. Because you guys know I like to come with the receipts. I'm trying to find the article. In which I got the 8.3 million from. I already saw a couple articles that had the 7.5 million. I cannot find it. I see a few with 7.5, but I'm trying to find the one that I had with 8.3. Nope. Wow, I didn't know that. I can't find it, guys. Maybe this is the one. I cannot find it now. And then when I'm not looking for it, it'll be right in my face. Oh, well, I don't want to hold you guys up. But that's where I got the number from. The 8.3 million. Like I said, I see the ones for 7.5 million tourists, but the record is 8.3 million that was broken in 2023 for the most tourists that Colombia has ever had. Shout out to you. Shout out to you, my man's Daily in the building, and Chaos Reigns representing. What's good to you, gentlemen? I hope you guys are having a great night. We're about to walk out of here, guys. And so I'll be seeing you guys. The reason why we're in it now, I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow morning. I've got a live stream that I'll be doing tomorrow at 11 o'clock with you guys. So I'll see you guys then. Once again, let's head up out of here with the drop that we always enjoy seeing. We got a good live stream tomorrow morning. Here we go.
Det var första gången vi möttes. Våra blickar bara möttes. Kommer du ihåg det igen? Så du vet det kalas. All in, ingen broms, schackmat på din vänsterhand. Du är så viktig baby. Ja, du är allians. Du är försiktig baby. Men du gav mig en chans. Det är 50-50 baby. Men det är balans. Jag växlar upp med dig baby. Ingen annan. Det var fan ingen dans på någon ros innan jag träffade någon som dig. Baby. Det var fan ingen dans på någon ros innan jag träffade någon som dig. Du är mitt liv baby. Aldrig titta på någon annan. Varför du med annan? Kom var med mig baby. Aldrig lita på någon annan. Finns ingen annan jag vill ha min chockarinna. Låsa och save ingen sinna. Jag kommer alltid ride with you. 100 gubbar klättrar die for you. Du är så viktig baby. Ja, du är allians. Du är försiktig baby. Men du gav mig en chans. Det är 50-50 baby. Men det är balans. Jag växlar upp med dig baby. Ingen annan. Det var fan ingen dans på någon ros innan jag träffade någon som dig. Du är mitt liv baby. Det var fan ingen dans på någon ros innan jag träffade någon som dig. Du är mitt liv baby. Visa mig vart du finns. Vi kommer väl till min city. Nej, jag vet att det finns. Kom det är bra lives and all nights, yeah. Jag vet att jag min ni kör det. Social smart lady. Jag tvivlar det. Visa mig vart du finns, yeah.